were few outings here and there, a few surprises when a restaurant would accidentally have something be vegan. But I think it was a time of reflecting and looking inwards and understanding my own wants and needs and my purchasing behavior, and everything changed. I think once the options went away, I started also exploring a minimalist lifestyle. I started exploring, like you mentioned earlier, what we exploit and how we exploit it and all of that information. So, and a couple of things that, like you said in the beginning, I received support and ridicule and lots and lots and lots of vegan memes from everybody.
Yes.
There's just my gallery was full of vegan memes for a really long time. So anytime anybody saw the word vegan, they'd be like Radhika. So every party was like a lecture event. Either people were asking you to defend your decision or asking you questions on how to transition. So, and interestingly, I think for a long time it was a very private choice for me. I am a very private person, and I wouldn't like to talk about it. And I always thought I was less of an activist or less of a vegan because I felt like, oh, if you're vegan, you need to be talking about this. If you have this information, yeah, right. So many different thoughts.
Yeah. So many ways you can make changes. So
exactly, yeah. So and I think it's always easier to assume that the first one is activism and the first one is to raise your voice, which is very important. But another thing that my mom had said really helped me was, she saw me struggle with soy milk because, again, South Indian, so filter coffee, I really missed it. I tried some really bad soy milks and I get really sad. And then she said, look at it as a shift. Don't look at it as a substitute. Now that you've turned vegan, understand what works well for vegan cuisine and go after that, right? And that really helped.
yeah.
Thankfully, my mom and my sister quickly also converted to veganism after that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we're a
Good to have
vegan
support
family.
at home.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah. I never had to give up on any sort of food. Even if I was going out to a pub or whatever, I'd have a nice healthy meal before I went, and then I'd come back and have another meal. And I wouldn't eat anything at the pub. It made sense. I saved a lot of money, and So I think then of course, my career path was something else. I have a finance background. I'm a chartered accountant.
Wow.
So so I was just going down that path. It was set for me. I finished my CA. I joined a VC fund, and I had a lot of time on my hands, and I was making bank. So I was like, I need to be doing something more. And so Abhay and I had met previously at various, vegan things that were happening in Bangalore back then. And we really clicked immediately. So I went to him and I said, I have a set of financial skills and I can help you maintain your books and stuff. And so we started off at that. I think I worked at a very minimal cost or almost free at that point because I was looking at it to make a difference.
Yes.
And then I came on, and a month and a half later, I think we both realized that this is where I need to be.
Yeah.
So then, so then I came on as a co-founder, and I think it's been about 2.5 years now. We've gone from several failed products and productions and ideas to at least making 20% of them work right now. It's a lot of work, but it's working, and it's amazing when I hear the things that you said about the mayo being your favorite or about the milk not splitting, things like that. Yeah. We put a lot of work into that, and like Jane said, bicarbonate soda is the answer there. Just a pinch, just a small pinch.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's been my journey so far, and I can tell you a little more about Good Milk. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to show you the tea because I just changed it out.
Yes.
I'm gonna flip my camera. See, no splitting.
Yum.
I mean, if anyone in India actually asks me that what milk should I use, I always recommend Good Milk because I'm a huge foodie. I started making my own. I'm a very recent vegan. My partner and I became vegan in 2019 December, and in 2020 March we were planning Veganfest properly, and 4 days before we were about to start this, everything was locked down.
The world changed. Yeah,
the world changed. And actually, I'm sorry to admit it, but I wasn't sorry. I by that time I had been so angry at watching the world not change after because for me it was like I've been working with khadi. I'm an environmentalist. I always wanted to save the planet. I wanted to do something good for the animals. I knew I didn't want to take like a general route in life, and I was not good at the mathematical part of stuff. I'm more of a creative person, so I knew what I wanted to do very clearly. That I wanted to do something artistic and something. So when I found khadi, I just fell in love. I was like, this is an amazing fabric which has so much potential to generate clean employment at village level. I was just researching stuff about how the water usage in different fibers, because I wanted to experiment with different fibers in khadi. That's still my dream. I want to do all of this, but yeah, there's too much to do. So and then I just came across this, and I went down this statistic that 70% of fresh water is used up by animal agriculture. I was like, that can't be right. We're living in a world where scientists are predicting water wars. We can't possibly be doing that. That's just stupid. And I was like, oh, it must be because we need to feed people in the world, right? And then I was like, no, we could feed 14 times the people if we all went vegan. I was like, that's crazy. So all of these things, just and then I got really angry because I was like, we have been lied to all our lives. People in power who we think are doing something that they're doing because of an important reason, because it must be necessary. It's only necessary so that rich people can get richer and poor people can get poorer and have no food stability and no water stability and have to depend on someone. And it's same how religion was weaponized and used. This is how consumerism is used. So I got so angry, and then I was like, no, but I'm going to make the switch, and I'm going to use art and music and everything to talk about it. I'm going to involve other people. And honestly, every time we found a new vegan brand or a person even online, it was like finding family. There's this next level of brotherhood, of sisterhood, of just oneness that you feel with other vegans. That yes, you're awake too. You get it too. So
you're
I love
awake
that.
too. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm so happy that you're talking about it, because honestly, when I met vegans and they didn't talk about it, when I turned vegan, I resented them. I was like, hey, I'm a logical person. Had you told me, I would have switched immediately. So that's my only regret. So I make it a point that if someone mocks me or asks me, what about B12 and what about protein? Yeah, with the whole B12.
I can show you in a room in the side where you'll never emerge from there again. Where I get my protein from.
Yeah, so I was like, I taught myself. I just armed myself with facts, and I would spew them out at people because I know that however much we would like everyone to be compassionate and kind and nice and just want to do better, it's not an ideal world. We live in a non-vegan world, which we will have to eventually change through our actions. So I thought, okay, facts work, because it's harder to argue with actual scientific research, although some people manage to do that beautifully, as Jane and I know. They're like, oh, so what Oxford says this, oh, so what Harvard says that. I'm like, what do you want? Who will you listen to? So
no, that makes a lot of sense, and I think you're right. I think the reason I didn't talk so much about it in the beginning was because it was such an emotional change for me. It was a change that came from compassion. So I hadn't yet completely armed myself with facts. It felt like a right decision, so I made it. But when it came to defending it in front of like 8 people and as a panel, I wasn't able to withhold the scrutiny. So I think I withdrew, and I was like, oh, it's a private choice. But with now, with the awareness that everybody is building, I can't remember the last time I met somebody and they said, oh, but I don't have to go vegan. At least now people are like, we understand that it's a viable option, but here are my challenges. And I think that's a constructive conversation to have.
Definitely.
So if you tell me what your challenges are, I'll work on giving you a product that overcomes that challenge.
Yeah, and you're doing that. Good Milk is one of my favorite brands. I love that you guys are really reasonable also. I think you're one of the most pocket-friendly vegan milks out there, which I really appreciate. So I've put some of the chocolate milk in the freezer. I'll invite Snehadeep, our lovely cinematographer, to have some tea with us. Yeah, I'd like you to try this.
Hey.
Hi.
Nice t-shirt. Can we get one of those?
The t-shirt, yes, definitely.
Yes, please. Okay.
Sure.
Yes. I decided this is the first creative I made for Veganfest India.
Oh, that's very nice.
So
That's
in
very
March
nice.
2020. So yeah, I just thought it's so pretty that I'll put it on a t-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
I'm not a tree drinker, but I like this.
Yeah, good.
That seems like the right answer.
I find
We
it
will
up
get
to
one
you.
more of our friends, and I'm also going to give it a go. Come, Vasu. So we have Vasu Mitra with us. So we have a little band called Upswing. We make a lot of good music.
Thank you so much for the chai.
Nice.
The good milk.
Yes, it's truly good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That out.
Yeah, he's going to.
I think cost factors in.
Oh, his face
for a
was
lot of
amazing.
people.
Yeah, this one is like pretty close to a real milk because I do drink chai of all sorts. So
Yeah.
this one works fine.
Good.
Yeah, it's good milk. It's really good milk.
And we'll have Raj sir. Raj sir, chai.
Feel like if you have Indians in a house at 4:40, you know it's chai time for everybody.
Exactly.
Like,
So Raj sir is our IT professional engineer. He's actually set up all of this.
The most
I
important
couldn't have
job,
done this
yeah.
without him. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your organisation is amazing.
Yeah.
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 Great. It's great in taste. I like it.
Yeah, great.
Aw.
Okay, so approved all along, and I'm also going to taste this because I love it. This is so nice, and the mouth feel is amazing. I just want to talk about that because a lot of vegan milks are not very creamy and smooth and stuff. Especially homemade ones because you aren't able to emulsify it properly. But and you don't have that weird chemically smell that most milks have. So.
Yeah. I'm very averse. Even some of the new products I was finding, I come up with like the choicest feedback words. I'll say, oh, it's pungent and it's rancid and it's stale, and Abhay will be like, these are healthy products. You can't use words like that. But I think it's because when people ask me, or for instance, like when we came out with our cheese recently and we're still going through some testing for that, I took it to non-vegans first. I sent it to the most non-vegan cheese connoisseur I know.
Exactly.
And yeah, because if they approve it, the vegans will approve it. The vegans are a good lot, we're an understanding lot.
Yes.
So the mouthfeel is something, the mouthfeel, the price. If I could just take a moment to kind of talk about how we come up with our products and what our
please.
Thought process is. I think the three words that we really stick to all the time is affordability, accessibility, and functionality.
Yes.
And so functionality is what you were talking about. It doesn't split. It doesn't, the mouth feels rounded. So that's why we kind of went with the split of cashew and oat, because the oats would help us bring the price down, which would help us with the affordability angle. And the cashew would help us with the mouth feel, the fat content, and those sort of things. And we also chose to stay away from focusing on the hero ingredient of our product. Like if you think about almond milk and soy milk, you actually use the words that describe the hero ingredient and rarely even the brand.
Yes.
Oatly is the only one you use the brand name for. And we wanted that to happen with good milk as well. We wanted people to say good milk and not oat milk or cashew oat milk, because tomorrow we may find a better combination, and then that's what we're going to be making.
Yes.
You wanna just show the butter to people.
It's
holding it up.
That texture. I mean, you can make the most beautiful buttercream out of this, and it's pure white, and it looks lovely.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and make some maple butter out of this later. I'll share a story for that.
Yes.
Right now, I'm going to put it on these buns I toasted, and we're going to have some mayo. Just let me try and flip the camera. And we have some
Let's go.
toasted buns, and look at how beautifully it spreads. Wait, I'm going to ask for some help. Check, will you hold this while I spread some butter on this?
Wow.
So look at that. Yeah.
You're missing, the camera is missing the butter. Oh, there we go.
Sorry.
No worries.
So there we have some vegan butter. So I mean, I tell everyone that whoever, like, we can't, let's make some coffee. We'll have coffee with the no sugar milk. And this milk was the classic one. And we'll try the no sugar one with coffee.
Radhika, what will you suggest? Which milk should one go for coffee and for milk?
I do plain milk for everything.
Yeah.
So
Plain milk.
these are my.
No sugar.
I feel no sugar. I only consume sugar with my beverages, so I go all out with it. I'm not a dessert person, so. But honestly, if I could give you a secret, it's actually the same product. We just removed the added sugar part of it because we got a lot of feedback about, there is a cohort of people who are also going vegan, who are north of 45, 50, who are facing some diabetes issues, other, cholesterol things like that. So the no sugar milk was actually made for that cohort of people.
Okay.
But everything else completely stays the same. So it really doesn't matter which one you use in your coffee if you're going to add sugar to it. But you should
I
use
love
the
sugar.
no sugar.
I love sugar.
Oh, then you use the plain milk then.
I want plain milk. Yeah.
So we'll just use the plain milk.
I will use the plain milk.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to review the no sugar milk also. So the butter is really buttery, and I've just added some tomato ketchup and some vegan good milk mayo, which is amazing. Honestly, I'm not saying this. When I first tasted it, it was I think almost last year I ordered some, and I loved it. I actually don't even like mayo much, but I love your mayo.
That's true. We've heard that feedback so many times. Even I wasn't ever a person who ate mayo because it feels a little like fatty on the top of your palate generally, or at least the dairy mayo that we used to have before. It turns out vegan mayo is completely fine by me. So now I just add some, mustard or lime juice and stuff, pepper, just make some salad dressings out of this. Just really, really easy. And I think the best part about my products, and I'd really like to put that out there, is you don't have to refrigerate any of them except for the curd, which I see that you have not gotten. May I know why?
No, I don't know. We asked for
We asked for curd and cheese both, but I think they aren't transport.
Could not ship it to Bhopal.
It wasn't transport friendly.
Okay. Yeah.
We are only in Bhopal because of the lockdown. Otherwise, we wanted to I think Bangalore is something we are aiming for it. Definitely. As soon as the lockdowns open. Because a lot of very good comments and engagements we get from the down south Bangalore, especially. So Bangalore and Gurgaon I see as two possible what do you call it?
For sure. In our experience, we've seen actually Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, and then Chennai. Chennai's digital consumption is low, and I think their food culture is a little stricter. But the other three cities do amazing in terms of engagement.
Actually, I found out about Good Milk very in 2019, very early when I became vegan, and I think I had downloaded your app at that time.
We used to have an app
to be able to order, and you can subscribe to it. So I think I remember reaching out to somebody from Good Milk also and saying, please send it to Bhopal. Thank you. I also really missed the curd. I really missed the heat. So I'm very excited to try your peanut curd. So for those in Bangalore and Delhi, and I think other major cities, you have curd delivery, right?
Yeah.
To see.
Yeah,
that's better.
So the thing is, we actually even tried to make our curd shelf stable so that we could ship it across the country.
Yeah,
I think half the fun with curd or yogurt is the cool sort of that kind of shaky texture that we weren't able to accomplish in a shelf stable product. So we had to unfortunately shut that down. Yeah.
Only sold in India at the moment.
Yeah, I remember reading a post about the shelf stable one, so I was very excited. I was like, how are they doing it? It's like magic.
What is the patty you've used inside? I saw you put a patty on the bun.
So this is the Wakao jackfruit patty, which I had roasted in the oven earlier. So we're going to have our friends try it out.
Nice.
That's it. Come. It's the mayo and the butter with the Wakao patty. It's the Wakao jackfruit patty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks amazing!
Oh.
Huh?
I think we should do this with normal about tea.
Yeah.
Bread.
Yeah.
Waka's jackfruit meat, I've been dying to try it, by the way. They wrote into Good Milk a while ago, and we've unfortunately not been able to sample their products, but I'm a huge fan of jackfruit.
you will love it because it's one of the, it's very beautifully flavored and they haven't added any additives to it, no preservatives. So that sort of, again, it shows in the flavor. When you heat it up, you know you're eating something clean and good. I'm very skeptical of eating ready-to-eat food because it seems very chemically to me. So I was really happy that it's again shelf stable. You can transport it without refrigerating it, and you just have to heat it and eat it. But it's very clean tasting. Yeah. I tasted it today for the first time, and honestly, I love it. And of course, the butter and the mayo are incredible. Yeah.
Quick insider secret, we are coming out with a new better butter, by the way. It's a salted butter. And unfortunately, though, it's not shelf stable. So we're going to have to find a way to ship it to you. But it's like 100 times better than this. So I'm very excited. I
really look forward. I'm dying to try your cheese because I know it's going to be amazing. You guys put such a lot of love and effort into your products that I know it's going to be great.
Yeah, well, with the one we've released right now is a sharp cheddar, and we've just been taking some feedback. And because I think, to be honest, all of the vegans at Good Milk, we've been vegan for quite some time now. So we can't remember the last time we ate cheese. We can't remember the last time we ate the non-vegan counterparts of these things. And we've also sort of phased them out of our lives, So now that all of these products are coming back, like I've started using cheese again, I've started using butter again. Yeah. And so I think we're going to have to do a sharp and a mild cheddar. That's kind of the feedback we've gotten. But yeah. Also, another surprise, which I think Abhay would have also released, is that we've come out with a vegan paneer.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's also cashew based. Actually, I think it's going to release tomorrow. And yeah.
First, everyone. Please send us some vegan paneer.
Definitely sending you some vegan paneer.
Yeah. I've had this auntie that I spoke to. So again, like everywhere I go, they're like, "Arey, vegan ban gayi. Thodi si bhi chai nahi piye."
Yeah.
Itna sab nahi piye. So and then their kids would be like, "क्या मम्मी वो कोई vegan है मजाक थोड़ी है कि थोड़ा सा कर." So there was this lady I was speaking to and she had like a plethora of health issues and stuff. And I told her, please try a whole food plant-based diet. It's like, but I love paneer. In fact, she loves paneer so much that she's kept her own cows because her daughter is vegan. And her daughter was like, please don't, consume this because it's really cruel. And she's like, I'll keep my cows. And I was like, but you still have kids. I'm like, yeah, but you guys, you kids can do it. I cannot do it. I cannot give up paneer because I don't like tofu. So I was like, there must be some alternative. So I'm going to scream it from the rooftops.
You send me this. You send me her number, and I will get like a cute little gift and a note and a paneer delivered to her. Saying, now you can go.
That's amazing. Yeah. The launch of the Good Milk's cashew paneer was announced here first. You heard it here first. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to pour this lovely chocolate milk. I think you've improved the recipe of your chocolate milk also because when it first came out, I tried it and I didn't love it. But this version of it is amazing. So I love how you keep evolving and changing your products better.
Yeah. My product head is never happy with anything. I think that's a good thing.
That's ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. He's never
like that.
Yeah. Do you shake it well before you use it? Because sometimes the sediment.
Yeah, I put it in the.
Interesting factoid is that you can actually also heat our chocolate milk and drink it as a hot chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that in the cold, in the winter time.
Yeah. So that's what we were talking about a lot in December because Bangalore had a pretty colder December. So we were like, heat your chocolate milk up and it'll be good.
Yeah, again, like you can heat it, it won't split, it'll be amazing. Yeah. So this is the chocolate milk. This is how it looks. I'm gonna divide it into cups so that everyone can taste it. We'll use the same cups that everyone.
Yeah, you must be running out of stuff by now.
Yeah.
A very kind lady has agreed to come and do my dishes because my regular lady is not available. So she's just been washing dishes since morning. Okay. But yeah, we just thought that what can we do that will, let us interact with the maximum number of people on Earth Day, because it's so important to spread the messages, spread the vegan message on Earth Day. And we thought, okay, we can go, since we're stuck here, we were actually planning a proper 2-day fetch in Indore next, like the one we had done in February. But again, like everything was shut down. So we thought, okay, we'll just do a live, and it'll be tiring and crazy, but we'll get a lot of wonderful vegan people, and we'll hear lovely stories and have great brands come, and let's just talk about it. Let's have some chai and gossip. And that's what we're doing now. So, Abhishek, would you like to taste the chocolate milk? Yes. So, we'll have Anushka Manchanda joining us in 9 minutes. Freaking out because
very nice. What is this?
This is the vegan chocolate milk. I'm not sharing with anyone else. It's cold.
Just vegan milk? Vegan chocolate milk?
Yep, I didn't add anything to it.
I love his face.
So, we can freeze it and maybe turn it into ice cream also.
Ooh, that's a very good idea. That's a very good idea.
To make the milk lolly.
I want my
My product head part 2 now. Huh?
I can't stop drinking it.
Yeah, the chocolate milk is so addictive. I don't keep it in my house. I just can't. I can't.
I wonder if you could put in a blender with banana, have chocolate banana.
Yeah, you can. So, yeah, a few of our customers who like to spruce up their protein shakes, because the added sugar content in our milk is quite low, and it is healthier than your average dairy chocolate milk. So people put it in with their protein powder and a banana and make a protein shake out of it. So
I call it the choco-nana shake. I love the combination.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my mom's closest friends is vegan, and she's one of the first vegans that I knew, because she turned vegan long back, and she was from a Punjabi family, really meat loving and all of that. They switched completely, and that's when she made me a choco-nana shake, which I had really loved. So I love the combination of. If you haven't tried it yet and you like bananas and chocolate, you must try the choco-nana shake, and please use the good milk, chocolate milk. And like we said before, the Vegana store also carries good milk products, and we have a 10% discount going on till we are live till 12 a.m. today. So yeah, go use the 10% discount. The discount code is VFI21. So that's for Veganfest India 21. And yeah, give yourself a treat on Earth Day, and please use these amazing good milk products, because they are truly incredible. You will not miss dairy, I promise.
I'm so glad. Thank you so much
Thank
for talking about us.
Talking to us. Yeah.
Yes. All right. I'd like to actually stay on if y'all are continuing to just see what y'all are up to. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to mute myself.
Yeah. So we're going to have, Anushka join us very, very soon. And I can't believe it. I can't believe they actually got through. I can't believe she agreed to come. I'm really excited because I have loved her since Viva. And in the 90s, she was in this amazing girl group that used to make music which was different from what we were listening to in the mainstream music. So, sorry, I've had too much milk. Pardon the burp. Let's shift there so that we can just sit down and have a conversation with her and listen to what she has to say. And yeah, I think we're in touch with her. Oh, I'm taking this out.
Wasn't Anushka's band like the first all-female a cappella band of India? Something like that, right? At Viva. Yeah. Viva. Yes.
And
I knew all their lyrics, like the entire album, back to back.
Sorry,
I'm going to pick up Arun Platter Saman.
Oh, great.
And I'll be back with the banana.
Can you okay.
Oh, it's outskirts, but then
So yeah, we have Urban Platter has also sent us a lot of their products, so we're going to try some of those out for dinner. So Abhishek is going to fetch them because yeah.
I would like to really appreciate like how quickly your team was able to send us the product.
Yes.
I spoke to Akshita, she approved in like a couple of days, and I think in 3 days from Bangalore, we were able to receive the products.
Yes.
So,
yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yours were the first package we received, and I've made a few reels of the unpacking and stuff also, which I'm going to share.
Oh yes,
I'm
please.
really bad with social media in general, but I was so excited to receive it that I made the whole unpacking and stuff, and it will be part of our post videos also. And yeah, thank you.
Very excited. Yep.
Yeah, so we were talking about Viva, and their song called Jago Zara was my favorite because
yes,
such a good and inspiring song. And my general complaint with music, pop music in general, is that it's mostly only very one-dimensional. It's mostly about either romance or heartbreak.
How do you find love, or how do you get over it? Yes.
And I think there's so much more to life. There's so much more to talk about. There's so much more inspiring things. There's nature, there's spirituality, there is humor, I mean, you can write about so many wonderful things. If you just choose to. And I feel like as content creators, we have a responsibility also to put out content that makes you think, that that expands people's brains. And ever since I turned vegan, the vegan songs and poems have been pouring out of me like anything, because it's just how I feel. Almost every song turns into a vegan themed song for me. The compositions that I've been making with my band. So really, really excited for Anushka to join. I think we're in touch with her.
She will be. She had a call till like 4:55.
Cool.
So she has 5 minutes of break and then she joins us.
Yes.
She'll be joining us in any minute.
Oh, we have Barbara with us, do we?
Yeah.
I thought Barbara was joining us at night. Can we unmute Barbara, please?
So Barbara is there.
No? Hi, Barbara. I think we mixed up the timings with Barbara a little bit, because I thought she was on the standard time.
Hello.
Hi, Barbara. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. Are we all getting confused with the time zones?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're not on EST. Because
you're on IST.
I think you were on. No. So you are in the UK, are you?
Yes.
Right. Yes. So no, that's UK time. That's a little different than EST. So I think we coordinated for you to be on at night, and right now it's evening time. So we have another session which is about to start.
No.
Yeah, can we have you join in again? I mean, please feel free to stick around, and we have another lovely vegan musician coming on in a while. And but would you please join us at the IST time? That I think I made a post about it, and maybe we can have you join then also.
Yeah, you said it was 12:30 today.
Yeah, I mean, again, I thought you were on Eastern Standard Time, because that's what I think it was just a mix-up. So, but I think you're on UK time, so that's a little different. But okay, while we're waiting, about you a little bit. So let's talk about your vegan journey and your wonderful songs about you're singing songs about activism, which I love, because I feel like not enough artists sing about activism. So you're doing that, and it's so inspiring to me. So please tell us about your vegan journey. Anushka's here? Oh, great. We have Anushka.
I don't know.
I think
we're connecting.
We are connecting with her. So
we have somebody.
let's
see. Hi, Anushka.
Hi, Anushka.
Hi.
Hi. So nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
I want to be able to see. Can we switch up a screen to me? There it is. Yes. I'm gonna move there so that selfie camera कर दो. Oh yeah, I'll just dive in here.
Should I change my background? It's from another language.
बोला बंद ये स्क्रीन नेक्स्ट पर करना चालू उसको बंद कर दो
Okay. What's happening, guys? Something happening?
Sorry, we were connected. Oh. Every single live ever.
I think you have another. If you
Nice on this.
where else you're getting feedback.
Okay, now is it better? Am I echoing all over the place? No, it's good. Cool. Hi, it's so nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
I still can't believe you're here. Radhika and I were just fangirling about your about you actually, and Viva, and how much you love the song Jago Zara. That's like still one of my favorite songs.
OG Get Woke song. Yeah.
one of my favorites also of all time.
Yeah. I knew all the lyrics. You could wake me up at 2 a.m. and I could sing it for you.
So
in like all the parts.
Did you see the version of it that we did last year?
Oh no!
Yes,
yeah, so
I did.
Yeah, that was super nice. I mean, it was nice to take that song and do it again, and it just feels. It's like a song. I feel like it's a timeless song. You know, like
it is.
It just and in any situation, and like I think when you talk about like oppression of any kind, it fits.
Yes,
it just fits, you know, any situation, and that's why I feel like it's such a. I'm so glad that honestly that was my favorite song from everything that we ever did.
Mine too. Oh my god, I love it, and I must hear the new version. I kind of live under a rock because I'm very just stuck up doing so many things. I'm a little mad, and I just love doing all sorts of things like making stuff, and I think I'm a serial entrepreneur.
That's cool.
Start things and just do what I love. So you are such an inspiration to me. I still can't believe it. I mean, I think I'll be in shock after a while. It'll sink in that you're actually here. So yeah, we'd love to talk about your vegan journey. How did you turn vegan? What was it, and how long ago was it? I think, and I love. Just let me thank you for talking about it. I heard your recent song "Ayo Burn." And I mean, I was so happy because I've been cribbing about artists who are vegan and who never talk about. I mean, like, ek gane mein to bolo kam se. I mean, I'm not saying that only talk about it. There's just once or twice. So I was so happy to hear you hear that song. It really resonates with me. It reminded me of one of our songs. Clap Clap, which is a very sarcastic song, which is my angry song.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, we'll sing it to you in a while. But yeah, please let's talk about your vegan journey and yeah.
This is a long answer question.
I love that.
So, I mean, while I was growing up, I always said I love animals, and but I never made that real connection between what I was eating and the love that I actually felt for animals. I think it was around 2014 when I came across a video, and that video showed me. It was funny because I came across two videos at the same time. So no. Okay, let me backtrack a bit.
Yeah.
I was shooting Angry Indian Goddesses in Goa, and I think that was 2014. And in Goa, we were in Salegaon, and in the middle of the shoot, I heard this like crying, and it was like the most wretched, heartbreaking, sound. And I realized that it was a pig, and it was being slaughtered because Goa people eat a lot of pork, and it was being slaughtered in one of the houses close by. And it didn't stop. It went on for a couple of, it seemed like eternity to me, but it went on for a couple of minutes. And I had to I had to stop. Like, we couldn't shoot because I was just sitting there and I was just crying because I realized that this is what is happening. Before this, one of my favorite meats to eat was pork, and this happened, and I was I can't be responsible for this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to eat pork anymore. I didn't know anything much about veganism at that point of time. I was like, I'm not going to eat this anymore.
Yeah.
And so a series of events happened after that. One day I randomly received and they're very close to each other. I received a picture of a goat or a lamb, I think it was. And it was on a plate sitting in its full, like in its, how it looks, but cooked. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to eat mutton again. And I came across two videos in the months after that. One video I saw a mother cow running after a tempo, which was taking away her calf, which is something like I had no idea what the dairy industry was like. And I also saw a video of what happens to chicks and the lives that actually, hens have in these slaughterhouses or in these spaces. And it was in that one moment I was like, you know what, I'm not going to eat chicken anymore, and I'm not going to eat dairy anymore. And by this time, Angry Indian Goddesses, we were on tour. So we were traveling through a bunch of European countries, and there's like a whole lot of options actually there for people who who choose to be vegan. Now, at this time I wasn't vegan.
Yeah.
I was still eating fish. I didn't even know anyone actually who was vegan at the time. I didn't know much about it either. And then I watched Blue Planet. And I was like, no, I can't eat. How can I eat fish? Like, how can I? And that's around that time is when I started to learn a lot more about what it really was. What was veganism? What was it? What did it mean to be plant-based? And what happened was that I made it my mission to watch every single video, to see every single picture that I came across. And it was really bad, actually. I went through maybe a year or 2 years of really like darkness. I didn't have anyone to talk to about it. Nobody in my family understood what was happening with me. I was fighting with them. I was being aggressive. I was, I was trying to tell everyone around me, like, look at what's happening. Why are you still doing this? I know that you are kind. I know that you're compassionate people, but why aren't you making this connection? Like, look at this. I mean, I went through that phase, which I think a lot of people who are turning vegan go through,
The anger phase, yes. All of us go through that.
And was long. It was long. It took a long time for me to get out of it. I mean, it would happen that I would be just like, I'm sitting and editing something like a music video, and I would just suddenly start crying, you know. I mean, I I I I needed help, but I didn't even know that I needed help.
Yeah.
And then one day I was at this park in Juhu near my house, where there's a farmer's market. So I'd gone to check it out, and I saw this guy walking around the park, and he had a sweatshirt on, and it said vegan on it. And I was like, I want that sweatshirt. And I went up to him. I was like, hey, obviously you're vegan. Can you tell me, where did you get this? I was more interested in where did you get this
sweatshirt? Yeah.
I didn't think of asking him anything else. I was like, I also want this. And I asked him, I said, where? And then he started telling me, we have, I'm from this organization called UFC. And then, he said, some of my other friends are there. And then he introduced me to someone who's now Maheshwar. Who's now, I mean, we're really, really good friends. And I depend on him a lot, actually. And he was wearing a t-shirt that had like vegan and then all the reasons for being vegan,
Yeah. For the animals, for the planet, for the health.
Yeah, I was like, well, I want this as well. And then that actually he literally took it off his back and he gave it to me. He had another t-shirt and he took this t-shirt off and he gave it to me. And nice. Subsequently, I just want to tell you that I cut it into this crop top and I wore it for shows. I wore it for the Kala Ghoda festival. I was like, take pictures. I'm going to say, I was going to say a bad word when I was saying.
No, please.
I was like,
yeah.
look at this shit. But, that's when I met, there were all this entire circle of people that existed, these vegans in my city who I didn't know about. And I found my support group. I found the light.
Yes.
In this darkness that I was swimming in. And it came all from from people who understood how I felt because they felt it too. And because we were able to share and exchange, and I didn't feel so alone. I didn't feel so like almost ostracized, because of the way that I was thinking.
Yeah.
And I still was aggressive. Like I did a lot of on social media. I was quite aggressive, I have to say. A lot of people were very upset with me. A lot of my friends messaged me saying, I'm not going to follow you anymore. You keep putting all these, pictures and videos. And I was just like, why is it bothering you?
I know. You don't care. You're not stopping. You're contributing to it.
Yeah, if you're okay with it, then you should be okay with it. Obviously, and my mom would keep telling me that, you can't change people by shouting at them. You can't, people are not going to feel what you feel if you're going to be, giving them a lecture about it. And I was like, whatever, I can't understand how you can even be like this or have this conversation with me. And it really took me a long time to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
And now I'm finally in this place where I am, man, I can't tell you how many pictures and videos I have saved on my Instagram, like that I see that I want to share, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I am trying to put myself in the person who's receiving this information in their place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to be like, I'll explain you what it feels like. There is this meme, of this like, when you see these movies where they show you somebody who's going to rob a bank and there's a diamond in the middle and there are all these lasers running across, and you have to kind of like, and like, the super agile, like, he's diving underneath. And
Catwoman style.
That is what I feel like when I want to put information out about being to people. I'm like, oh my God, I hope, I don't want you to feel judged. Oh my God. Am I being, judgy? Am I lecturing? Like,
am I traumatizing you?
That is what it feels like. And I have to say that, for me, I think this is a great time to be vegan. There are so many options available, so many alternatives. Like I remember the first time when I found a block of cheese. I ate it in one go, the whole damn thing. I vegan cheese. Like I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, this week. And I think today we are in a place where people are, realizing what it actually means. Like for me, it's a full lifestyle change. Like I know I want to live a compassionate life. I don't want to hurt, I don't want to hurt anyone. Whether it's the clothes that I wear or the, products that I use or what I eat, I want everything to be vegan, to be cruelty free. And I understand it's taken me also a while to wrap my head around the fact that I can't really be a purist in that sense, because these, it creeps in where you don't even realize,
Yes.
and it's there. And I also, I thought, I also wanted to adopt this attitude with people where, if someone's saying that I've given up chicken, but I'm still eating fish, or I'm still eating eggs, rather than being like, tu gada hai, or whatever, something. What is something that might come as a knee-jerk reaction, like I'm changing my attitude. I'm like, that's great. That's the first step, that's great. Because I know it was not an overnight thing for me. It was a step-by-step process for me. But I do think that we have much better tools today to deal with it. We have so many. And I think the best thing about, so there are all kinds of vegans. Like I like to equate actually, not really, but not equate like that. But I look at like vegans and I look at feminists. And I think that there are all kinds.
Yes.
You have the ones who are aggressive. You have the ones who share graphic information. You have the super positive ones. You have the ones who are telling you how to make alternatives and cook recipes. You have the ones who are organizing workshops. There are who are starting business. I mean, they are all, it takes all kinds.
Yes.
I read an interview by Arundhati Roy, and she said, and at that time, like with feminism, I had this kind of viewpoint in my head that feminism is like, something super aggressive or whatever conditioning, whatever I had, uninformed
bias.
And I read this interview of hers where she said that all these young girls or ladies, whatever, who think that, oh, feminism is so like not really cool because it's, aggressive or it's like this. Why don't you put a dupatta on your head and go back into the kitchen? Because if it wasn't for those women before you who screamed and shouted and fought, you would not have all the freedom and all the, the rights that you have today. So in that sense, I kind of equated, I feel you need all kinds. That's just how the way it is. Like people say, don't share videos, or don't show graphic material. That's what changed things for me. It just took one video, one picture, and my whole life changed. And I think it's for the better, like my health, my spiritual self, my connection to nature. I'm able to, people think it's like some kind of hippie, whatever thing,
No.
Like,
see, people say that about people because, they just want an excuse to mock us because they don't want to face their own, hypocrisy. I mean, nobody will want to actually kill an animal, hurt an animal. If they see someone beating a dog, they will stop them. But then those same people are paying people to slash animals' throats in billions. So, and we don't like that. So never think that I take it as a compliment. I take keyboard activist as a compliment. I take hippie as a compliment. I take crazy as a compliment. And like, हाँ मैं हूँ पागल.
I agree. Radhika actually has written, it's a movement. I keep writing this. I always write this, and I'm like, I hope that this makes someone think. And I always write, this is a revolution.
Yes.
Which side are you on?
Yes.
Just that.
It's beautiful. Yeah. It's a social justice movement. Like, And I mean, honestly, it's so heartening to talk to you and hear you. You and just let me tell you, you look so amazing. I can't take my eyes off you. Like anyone who thinks that veganism is unhealthy or doesn't, but look at her. Like you're glowing. It's just.
I just turned 37 in February.
You look like a college kid.
No.
It can't be.
You look younger than what? No.
Yeah, you look like a college kid. Seriously, you could
I
just.
guess now the math adds up, but no.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
mean,
I really think, I mean, obviously, I think also as you get older, you start to like my 20s, the end of my 20s, I was the queen of the world. Like I didn't care. I just was out having fun, living life, living it up. And then once I hit my 30s, I started to go inwards a bit more and, I started to ask questions because I also felt my body slowing down. Like, I also felt like, all those party nights, the recovery period has become
longer and longer.
So much so that I'm like, actually, and I'm making choices like I would rather actually wake up early in the morning than go out partying. Like, oh my God, what's happened to me? But I do think that, the science adds up. If my body slows down as it gets older, then it needs more time to repair itself, heal itself. The longer it's going to take to, the longer my body spends time digesting food that I'm putting into it, the lesser time it's going to have to actually repair all the stuff, besides that needs repairing. So why would I eat something that's going to take like, I mean, okay, for me, this is it starts with animal cruelty, and then these are just the additional things that follow, and also things that I like to tell people because I do this thing and I'm just like, okay, let me figure out what this person cares about.
Exactly. I do the same thing all the time. I'm like, do you care about taste? Do you care about nutrition? Do you care about the future of your children?
Yeah, what is it? Like, no, what is it that makes this person tick? Like, are they health buff?
Yeah.
Or is it someone who cares a lot about the environment? Because there are so many missing links that then can come together, and you can present the information like in a certain way to someone where that they're gonna, so I always say, like, I'm like my skin, like I always tell people, milk does that to your skin, I mean, it's something that, it creates mucus, it lines your intestines, and actually just try it. Try 3-4 weeks of not drinking milk, and then see how see the effect on your body, see the effect on your skin specifically.
Yeah, you won't break out as often, and
and then let's talk about it after. So I think it's really also about how you. I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. said that peace needs as much organization as war.
Yes,
like that. So
maybe even more actually.
Yeah. So if we're going to do this, then we better be smart about it. Because there's everything needs structure. I really believe this because I'm doing this now after 20 years of working. I'm bringing structure into my work. Like I have never had it before, discipline, routine, structure, Google documents, Excel sheets, like what?
I still hate them, but I know they're so important. I mean,
but it's actually allowing me to be so clear about the goals that I want to achieve. And I think that as a movement, that's what we need. Like we need to identify, like I think I still haven't specifically identified what exactly I can do as part of, besides talking on social media about it, what else can I do? How best can I use myself, my resources to spread this message? Is it going to be, is it a really good use of my time or my resource to show up at all the marches? Or should I focus on building a business that actually, pushes out like products that are vegan? Can I be a curator that brings all vegan products, or or review all like there are so many ways to actually, or should I be like a person who creates content around veganism? There's so many options. So I'm also now that I put this structure in place, I'm also narrowing it down as to how do I want to talk about this?
That's amazing. Because
I have a suggestion here. I have a small suggestion.
Yes.
What Anushka was saying right now as to what move can somebody do. I think whatever some person's core competency is, they should maybe make that the main source of whatever they want to propagate. And I think obviously I'm not talking about creating content, but I am talking about being in the artist community and then propagating your messages somewhere within the community and getting a sort a part of the community on your side and then propagating those messages more and more. So why I'm saying all this is because I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the movie Game Changers.
Yeah.
In Game Changers, initially there's a scene in which Arnold or Sylvester Stallone is punching the other guy. It's a scene from that movie in which Sylvester says, Arnold says, "You hit like a vegetarian." Right. So, the idea that what struck me at that point of time was that creativity is something creative communication is something that gets the messages across to people, and any creative artist knows how to engage with an audience.
Yeah.
So that is where I think a lot of things can be done. With the Veganfest India also, what we guys are trying to do is that we want to use creative, creative genre and creative communication in promoting veganism outside we can. So right now in February, when we did the 2-day festival, we had that stage where a lot of artists were playing on. Moving forward, we want to do this again and again, and we want to include as many independent artists as we can, and then start creating content around the lines of sustainability and veganism. Because at the end of the day, when an artist is they know how to engage and how to pass on the messages. So might as well work on creating an artist community and then propagating the messages that you want to do in creative genres is something on the lines that would really be very helpful for the movement also, and it will be fulfilling as an artist to you also. Just my 2 cents I just wanted to say. Sorry.
I agree with you. I do think, however, there's a very thin line. It's not so easy to create. Like, for example, AO Burn as a track is very on the nose.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah.
It's not.
Right.
It's not subtle, yeah.
It's not. But what happens mostly is, when you're trying to write something around any social cause, actually, it's quite a challenge to, take out to put it across creatively in a way where it, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
It's really tough to do that. And
it is.
For example, right now I have a track that's been sent to me that's being recorded in different languages in every country.
Wow.
And it's related to sustainability. Wow. And so they're, they've sent like the stuff that they want to talk about, and it's being translated and stuff. But it's really like reading a
I know what you mean.
How to make it poetic, how to make it artistic. It's quite a challenge, I think. But yeah, definitely something to look at. Like for me, I try to do it in an artistic way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where, like for me personally, the two things actually also collide. I would say in a way where I have at the base of it, like my artistic expression, the aesthetic of it.
Yes.
It's not a very commercial aesthetic.
Yes.
Personally for me, not the work that I've done for other people or work for hire that I've done in all these years.
Yeah.
And now in this aesthetic, when I'm trying to say something, it is very artistic. Like I did the mute photo stories about poaching.
Yeah.
I did Don't Be Afraid, where the entire video is basically about our connection to nature and how when we die, that's where we go.
I saw that recently. I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I did Kashmir about, the protecting the land. Like the lyrical content was based on that. So, even the recent thing that I did with the Mahamrityunjay mantra, I wanted to bring in the visuals. Even though I was advised to go with animated visuals to tell the story that I wanted to tell, I decided instead to shoot in a forest, because I said visually, when people see it, I want them to be like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I want to be there, which
It is.
but it's still not direct on the nose, but it is like, for me, all my work even reflects that, but it's not super direct. And I think that,
but I love that actually. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this has been my complaint to I think I'm always cribbing about the artist community. I'm like, please do better, please do more. And I feel like when there are songs about climate change, there was one track which Ariana Grande did in collaboration with someone called Earth Love or something like that. It was just like, you would never want to listen to it. I mean, make it beautiful, like make it, and I feel like you're right. It is a challenge, but like I find that I think I'm very lucky that I have been blessed with the love for reading because of my mom. She's an English teacher, and I've never been alone because of that. I've always had books, and that allowed me to use language in a way that I feel is different. Like I am able to be subtle also. I'm able to be on the nose also, but the beauty is still there. So there's this track. So Abhishek and I compose a lot together. He'll just be playing some tune and I'll write something on it. So there's this very pretty melody that he was playing, and I was like, this is pretty. I'm going to call it Pretty, and it's going to be about cruelty in the beauty industry. So that's how we wrote Pretty, and it's about painted faces, winning smiles, hides the ugly, got them sighing, you're so pretty, it must be nice. So it's about that, and they don't know there's a graveyard inside. So this term, that there's a graveyard inside. One of my friends who's an activist, he said that to his partner, that she was saying, oh, there's so many beautiful women out there, why are you with me? So he's like, they're walking graveyards. They might be beautiful on the outside, but inside they are eating rotting corpses. They're not beautiful, they're not pretty to me. So that sort of really resonated with me, and that's how Pretty came out. And then it talks about red lips, fake lashes, fur capes, silk sashes, fake beauty. So
this, I would love to hear them writing it down also. So
no, I'll share the lyrics with you because I think you'll like it. So I feel, and honestly, when music like this, I feel like it comes to me. I don't even feel like I create it, because I think that's almost too egoistic of us to believe. I feel like creativity is a blessing, and we are all connected, and we are all one, and we just, I am just a receptacle, and I'm just a medium that I feel blessed to have chosen to share that message. And there's another song called Free. We were just doing the sound check. So one of my very good friends is a great musician, and he's vegan. And again, like you said, he's sort of still traumatized in that state right now, that he doesn't want to talk to people who are not vegan. He doesn't want to make friends with people who are, and I'm like, please, dude, speak to them, because if you don't talk to them, they will never learn. They will never understand. And I'm not saying shout at them, scream at them, but if I love food so much. When I turned vegan, I made myself vegan cheeses. I invented my own butter. I invented my own milk. I delivered to my parents so that they won't have dairy. And so I was like, share this with people. Do what you know, and use this. I use food as a weapon. I use music and poetry to convey the message, and it works. And I feel like there are so many more artists out there who can do it, whom we can collaborate with and help and improve. And so I love that your messaging is not always on the nose. Aoban is on the nose, and I still love it. That's like I told you, equivalent to Clap Clap, which is it's my anti-natal and vegan song, because I'm not I'm against people having children mindlessly, because I feel like first of all, we've destroyed the planet. We are on the verge of a sixth mass extinction. It's Earth Day, that's why I think it's important to talk about it. And we are having children, but what is the future that we are giving to them? What is the society we are bringing them into? It's just that so many of my friends who are brilliant and who were toppers and stuff, and they went to the best universities, and they have these high paying jobs, but they're miserable. I mean, they're always like, unfulfilled, and I'm like, what are we teaching people? Why are they not happy? You said they'd be happy if they're rich but they're not happy. It's not like what are we doing? So the clap was like a sarcastic thing. Oh, clap, you achieved, isn't she sweet? So it's my angry song, and that's kind of on the nose, but again, it's all fun. I recently made vegan parodies, so I made one of the Nagin Gin Gin Margi song. So it's vegan ban ja. It's like, it's so wrong, mat kha tu meat or machi. It's so wrong, nahi cheezein ye sab achhi. And so vegan ban. So it's really funny, and I visualized a really funny music video of it with 3 hot girls dancing, and and the bacha saying bach jayenge bachon ke future na kha bakre. It's ridiculous, but it's funny. So I feel like there's so much we can do as a creative community, and
we would be then to like collaborate. Like I mean, I would love to put something together like this. Like I think I'm writing it down.
Thank you so much. I can't believe this. Like, this is my dream. Like, when I found out you were vegan, I was like, yay!
I mean, it's interesting, because there are a lot of things that, well, there are so many things that one wants to do and to create and, to actually, I've been thinking a lot about collaboration in the recent couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also been thinking about, I also see that there's a lot of, like, I never wanted to associate myself with a particular organization, in the community, because between the organizations in the community also there's like, and I really feel the need for collaboration more than ever now, because we all have the same goal.
Yeah.
So however we get there, we just want to get there,
True. Yes.
And I really think that, and I speak about the same thing within the artist community, without even when we're just talking about artists and the work that we all do, unless we actually support each other and push each other forward, I don't think that I think we would double, triple, quadruple our the effort of our work, the effect of our work, not the effort.
Yes.
If we actually, shared forward.
Yeah, amplify each other's voices. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that is true for any community that's trying to do something.
True.
So even for the vegan community, it would be, it seems like I understand that there's a lot of, things that happen on the back end when you're running an organization, like the resources are limited and, people you end up going to the same place to, for help. And then, it just so happens that you're in this horrible position of, where there's a choice between you and another organization that's possibly doing the same thing that you are,
Yeah.
So I imagine it's tough, but I do think collaboration is the way forward.
It is because actually it's such a huge project, right? Like it's such a huge movement. Like people like you and me, I think all vegans. I speak for all vegans who are ethical vegans, especially, that we dream of a vegan world. Yeah. And that's if we do not work together, if we don't use different means of communication, we will not be able to achieve that if we don't support each other. In fact, even in my khadi journey, I was like, I'm somebody who just helps people. Like if I'm, the people, I do people's homework, I do people's anything. Like I help. Like I don't expect anything in return, because I feel like that is the key to unhappiness. Like if you expect something from someone, I feel like be self-sufficient. If you're doing something, be detached to that thing that you're doing. So I've always been told, "Arey, wo tumhari competition hai. Don't tell her your recipe. They'll steal this from you." I'm like, I mean, I understand intellectual property and why it should not be stolen, but I also feel that knowledge needs to be shared freely for us all to evolve. And I have this dream of, creative collaborations happening, beautiful products being made, all of us working in a circular system which is not harming the planet, which is not harming any animals, which is supporting women, supporting those in need, creating actual value. And because there is such a lack of skill development, there are no, like, we are losing these beautiful traditional arts and crafts, our actual culture, and we are like chasing couples and saying, "I haath mat pakdo." So it's completely against Indian culture. Like, I feel so annoyed at people who are like, "Ye hamara culture nahi." I'm like, "Tumko kuch pata bhi hai?" Have you read a single chant? Have you tried to understand what your culture is actually saying? You like worshipping women on one thing and then treating people the way that you do. It's just crazy. So I feel like I dream of a time when we are not afraid of competition, but we use it as inspiration. I want you to do better than me. Do better than me. Let me be inspired by you. Let me then work on myself and make myself better. Learn from me. Take from me. Like, take it. I don't care. So I think it's like you said, collaboration needs to come with trust. Needs to come with a little bit of detachment also, because as artists we are. Yeah, it's very hard because we're so possessive about our work. Like, I made this. You're not even, you give me credit, give me this, give me that. But and of course that's very true up to a point. But there's like there should be a balance. There should be some things that you should support and share each other with. And even within the vegan community, there's a lot of drama. There is a lot of, because we're all human, right? I mean, it's not even their fault. If I see someone treating me badly, or someone is doing something which is hurting me or making me feel bad, I just think that I am one with you. Yeah, I am. This is a less evolved version of me which is hurting me, and I don't know. She doesn't know any better. He doesn't know any better. And that's just me in another version. It's another version of me. So it helps me forgive them, move on, and not think about it. And but we truly, because it's such a huge project, it's so ambitious. We do need to prop each other up whenever we can, talk about it, help each other out, just make someone's day, smile, just be happy. Yeah, it's tough. I went through that like whole anger and whatever phase very, very quickly. Like I think I have been very lucky. From a very young age I was a little spiritually inclined. I have had a guru, and I started chanting around the time when I was 16 and 17, and there's something about Sanskrit which is so powerful. I feel like it's the language of truth, that it was meant to be sung and not spoken. And I just feel like it changed my brain. Like, I could feel the power of the words I was speaking. I was starting to understand the chants that I was chanting without having read the meanings. And it's like magic to me. I'm like, and this knowledge is what we're not sharing with people. This knowledge is what we're letting slide by. We are learning useless things in school. I've never used trigonometry in my life. I'm like, why? I dream of this creative learning, collective learning, collective upliftment. And I think veganism is a huge part of that. And collaborating is the most important. It is key. Nobody can do it alone.
Yeah.
So I love hearing you say that. And honestly, I would, it is a dream to collaborate with you. And if we can do that.
Definitely. I have some ideas already.
Lovely. Great. So would you like to sing something? Only if you want to. But even in while you're speaking, you sound so beautiful that if you like just listening to your voice.
I actually am thinking so I want to sing actually a little bit of Don't Be Afraid.
Yes.
Normally I would play the backing track and I would sing it, but I think not a lot of people actually know that when I wrote that song, I wrote it from the point of view of a tree.
Wow.
Imagine that this, like, this big, beautiful old tree with its like branches spread, like, and that's why it has the line with these open arms.
Arms, yes. Oh, it's gorgeous.
I have always felt that nature has all the answers to all our problems. And I always feel better when I'm in nature. Like it's just just an instant
heals you.
Yeah, and that's why for me it was this, that I'm a tree hugger.
Yes,
I hug the tree. I'm like,
literally, I'm a literal tree hugger too. Like,
please give me some of your wisdom. Just put some in my head, like just thank you,
Yeah, I had this thought a few years back that if only trees could talk, I think they would give us the most unbiased view of history. Because I feel like history is always painted, right? Like about Napoleon and all these people and Columbus, and like when you really hear the truth about these people who are the great, Alexander the Great, and I feel like, what would the tree say? What would the tree who's an unbiased observer? So if only trees could talk, we'll hear the most authentic, wonderful stories. So yeah, please let's hear. Don't be afraid.
Okay, yeah. So I sing a little the first part of it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't be alarmed. I will not fire. I am unarmed. Show me your dreams. What's in your heart? Tell me all your secrets. Tell me what you want. With these open arms, all I have is open arms. I will hold you close. With these open arms, everybody has a weakness that they're working hard to hide. What you see up on the surface isn't always what's inside. You may think you're in this by yourself, but look, you're not alone. There's a bucket full of life, you get to call your own. Don't be afraid.
It's beautiful. Oh my God. And I could see the tree.
I know.
And its open arms. That's amazing.
That's why at the end in the video, the whole transformation that happens in the video, I was like, this is it. Like you what happens? You go back to where you actually came from.
Yeah.
And I was, I think people don't realize what a big connection, being vegan has to, the conservation of the planet, of land. Like everything is connected. You don't conserve land. You don't fight against deforestation. The very animals that you want to save are losing their homes. There is a ecosystem that exists, that's in place, and any the ecological balance, anything that causes this ecological imbalance is going to affect the very beings that you're protecting, like that you want to protect, but so it can't be what's the word, they can't be alienated from each other, these concepts, like care for the environment, wanting to live sustainably. It is connected to living a plant-based lifestyle.
Absolutely.
It is connected together. And anyone who says, like you read all these like environmentalists talking about this, or I mean, I don't, I think it's so simple. It's so clear,
It's
how
so clear.
and that's, to me, that's what I feel really like it hurts me how we have everything, we have all the information, everything is clear, but we still don't make the connection, or we still don't want to understand, we don't want to see. And like as much as I want to not be angry, or not be disappointed or not be hurt, like over the last in the entire last year, the reason for me to do this Mahamrityunjay mantra and to start this project called I Am Seeking was because I realized that I'm pointing out the problem, but I'm not offering any solution.
Yes.
How can I expect? And I was like, I'm so disappointed in human beings, and and then I thought about it, like, they always tell you to wear your oxygen mask before you help anyone else. And I realized that how can you expect someone who is suffering themselves or hurting themselves to look outside of themselves and want and expect them or hope that they would care about someone else or care about the environment or care about other beings or animals? Like how? So what can I do? Like, okay, let's work on something that helps the individual feel better, so that they can then go out there and cause a positive, a very essay to get where I want to get, and
but it's the right approach actually.
And I was like, I have one or two old songs where I'm like, everything is but and I'm like, maybe it's not helpful for me to put this out, maybe I need to look. But sometimes I
know it's always that seesaw, right? It's like some days you just feel
angry. It's like, oh my God, take your blinders off. Are you fucking crazy? Like, what's going on? It's so hard. It's
so hard. Honestly, I mean, even during this pandemic, half the time I'm actually happy. Like I feel like unless we are shaken out, I feel so cruel. I don't want to be happy that people are dying. I don't want to be happy that people are sick. But I really feel that unless people are genuinely inconvenienced in such a major way that you're locked in your house, you freaking can't leave, you will not learn. And even now people are just like refusing to see, and then you feel like we don't deserve to live. All of us just disappear from the planet. And then
it's so funny because I was talking to a friend about this, and she was like, so, she's like, you're not planning to have kids? I said, no, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not right now. Not going to freeze your eggs? No, I'm not going to freeze. Okay. So then, what are you fighting for? Like, like what's the point of what you're doing? And I was like, I know what you're saying, and I know. At the end, when the sun dies out, as all stars do, the life on this planet, blah blah blah, whatever trillions of years later, but I can't be any other way.
No, and honestly, I mean, I feel like that's such a sad thing to say, that you really need a child of your own to give meaning to your life? I mean, is it
the argument is like, what are you trying to save the world for? You're gonna die and go away, na? So what's the problem? Enjoy your life now while you're here. Like, why do you need to?
But I care about your kids too. I mean, that's what I tell people. I'm like, you're so angry at vegans for talking about it, for showing you footage you don't want to see. But we're saving the planet for your stupid kids whom you had without thinking about what they'll do. Like, don't you give a shit? They're gonna not have oxygen to breathe. Like, these are the literal. So I wrote another song recently called "Same Old Song." So these are the literal lyrics of my song. Like, who's gonna give you air to breathe? Who's gonna give you food to eat? Who's gonna give you water? That's life. And it's just those are the questions. Like, I'm like, tell me, do you really think? And then I get like such funny responses from people. Arey, apan to sahi rahenge yaar. Like, we have connections. We'll be cool. Like, there'll always be water for us to drink because we're like, we're privileged. I'm like, that's just delusional. First of all, you're not part of that 1% that's going to benefit and that's going to go off in a spaceship and start a new colony in Mars. You're not going to be part of that. I'm sorry. It's just, this is the planet you have. Freaking do your best to save it. It's just, and I don't, I've always been someone who doesn't swear much at all, almost, because I thought that swearing is something that you do when you are unable to express yourself in other words. So I choose, like, even bachpan I used to use funny galis like maniac and moron and nincompoop and stuff. I was like, मैं असली में गाली नहीं दे रही हूँ, पर उसको लग रहा है पता नहीं क्या बोल दिया मुझे. So I'm like, that's fun. But after turning vegan and like the songs that I've written, you just sometimes have to throw the F word in there. It's like, because you really feel like sometimes it just comes from within, that gali, that जाग लो कभी तो समझ लो. And then you meet other vegans and like, I have family. It's improving. It's it's working, and then you have these lovely vegan brands, and you have people working hard and sharing their journey and supporting each other, and it just heartens you again. So it's always that seesaw. It's always that emotional. Sometimes I want to kill everybody, and it almost makes you feel like, am I bipolar? What is wrong with me? But
it's like it's the sign of the times.
Yeah,
it is that, like, this kind of world of duality that we're living in.
It is the nature of our dimension, and it's
so
just how we are.
You work through it, I think, best as you can. Like, I do think it's important for all people who are vegan to have a support system.
Yes.
And vegans, no matter what type of vegan they are, if you ask them for help or or they'll jump over, like, I don't know, mountains to give you the information that you're looking for. That's the best thing. They'll be like, you want to know how to what? You said cheese. I give you a recipe for cheese. I give you a recipe for butter. I give you a recipe for milk. I give you what else do you want? No matter what kind of vegan it is.
I've been that vegan throughout the first pandemic. Like I told you, 4 days before our vegan fest in March 2020, the lockdown happened. I had nothing better to do. I was arguing with those stupid carnists and sharing vegan recipes for milk that I developed myself, because I was like, I didn't love what was on YouTube, though I saw hundreds and hundreds of recipes, but I roasted my nuts and I made my own versions of it and I shared with people. I'm like, karo. And my parents were like, "Arey, iska business khol lo, kyun share kar rahi ho recipe?" I'm like, I can't do it. You build me a team. If you were a billionaire, I would have made businesses out of everything. But
that's it. Like, I mean, I feel like when people have these ideas, I think actually you invest. Actually, you invest. Like, invest your time, invest your energy, and actually make it happen.
Yeah.
This is something that I'm learning now in my work, which is to bring all these conversations to some kind of a close, like some kind of to a place where you didn't just have a conversation which went nowhere.
Yeah.
Food, somewhere. So you have an idea, you think I should do this. Okay, why don't you put some stuff down? What do you think, how this is going to work? Don't throw advice at me and expect just, help me out here. Come on board and maybe we can actually develop this together.
Yeah.
People have to put their money where their mouth is. So
I know, and like so much, like it's so hard to work with people. Again, like it all comes down to skill development, education, awareness, and intent. I mean, a lot of people just want to be paid for existing. I'm like, kuch to kar lo yaar. Just help me out here. I'm trying. So yeah, it's always, I think, as an artist, as creative people, we always need those other people who are like, I feel like I'm good at creating stuff, but I'm really bad at selling them. I need a team. I need, again, like when you talked about collaboration, this is something I understand, that I think of it like a car. The engine ka kaam engine karega, headlight ka kaam headlight karega, chakke ka kaam chakka karega.
I think that's the page that we have to take, which is what I'm doing right now with my work. Take a page out of the way that corporates actually function.
Yes,
there is
actually.
a systematic way of functioning. There is a goal the work is goal oriented.
Yes.
Everyone is doing something, as like everyone is one cog in the machine.
Yeah, it's a cohesive effort which leads somewhere. Yeah.
And a really important learning for me was also to play to my strengths rather than try to look at my weaknesses and try to make them better.
Exactly.
Rather than doing that, find the people who what my weakness was actually their strength.
Their strength, exactly.
Play on my strength, build my strength, and then work together, so that then it is like you're not wasting your time, you're not wasting your resource, you're not wasting your energy. You're actually very, very focused, goal oriented.
Exactly. It took me a long time to also realize this, because I mean, like even your parents, like I have very encouraging parents. I'm very lucky that way. They didn't try to, I mean, they tried a little bit, but they didn't try to always like force me to do what I didn't want to do. I was like, मुझे graduation करना है तो मुझे music में करना है. I don't want to do something just for the heck of it so that I'm eligible for somebody to marry and put me in their kitchen. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. So I was very clear as a child. I was like, मुझे बच्चे नहीं चाहिए. And people like, oh, you'll change your mind when नहीं चाहिए तो नहीं चाहिए. I know. And like, if I change my mind, I'll adopt. I feel like there are so many people who need love, who need care, and if I'm capable of offering that and a good education, I would love to do that. But honestly, I don't think that's my strength. And like your parents always try to make you better, right? It's always their goal to. So I was like, they were like, तुम ये भी सीख लो, तुम वो भी सीख लो. अच्छा तुम्हारे को ये नहीं आता, ये सीख. But like I do have so much to do, which I am actually good at. That if I try to focus on what I'm not good at and try to improve that, it's actually a waste of time and effort. And it's important to find a team that can help you do that and work together and do what they are good at. So you can do what you're good at, and then you just build something good together. So yeah, collective effort really can help any movement and any
100%.
Yeah,
everyone does their job.
Yeah. So it, and also like I wanted, so I mean when you don't find the right person, you feel like acha theek hai hum hi khud kar lete hain. Initially I was like
that is exactly what, like, I mean I felt that I wasn't able to find the people who felt like I did, about what I wanted to do, and this, because of that, I ended up like learning a lot of things myself. It was great. I picked up a lot of skills, I was like, oh, I can't find an editor, I just edit myself. So I taught myself how to do that. Oh, I can't find someone to, a producer who gets what I wanna do and what's in my head. Okay, I'll just learn how to produce myself. It's been like this kind of, but the beauty of actually working in a team, where you then focus on what you actually shine at. I mean, I think you can achieve. It's nice to be jack of all trades also.
Yes.
But I do see the value in well, yeah, it comes back to collaboration at the end of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel we make each other better when we collaborate. So it's just it's helping everyone.
Yeah, you learn so much from each other. I mean, it's actually, but it also needs organization.
Yes, very bad. Yeah, that's very important. I'm very indisciplined. I really try to be, and when I fix my schedule and I get up at 4 and I'm like doing my yoga and my chanting and I'm feeling good, and but it just something happens and it just disappears, and I'm like, when will I get it back?
It's an effort. I mean, for me as well, it's been an effort. Yeah, it's an effort.
Yeah.
But it's totally worth it. Like, totally.
And to anyone who thinks that like vegans' brains don't work properly, please, she's teaching herself editing and producing, and I will tell you those are not easy things to do. So please, example. Ever since Miley Cyrus decided to say that my brain wasn't working, so I stopped being vegan, I just felt like punching her in the face. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to judge anybody, but I'm sorry, I judge you if you're going to say that. I mean, you made a personal choice to not be plant-based anymore. But why do you have to share that message and spread these weird messages that, people's brains will stop working, and you don't take into account the fact that the other substances you're doing and what else you're doing to your body. And you're saying things like that when actually it's the opposite. Like animal-based diets are leading causes of dementia-based diseases. So it's very irritating to me. And then people run with it. There'll be like weird carnists who will be like, oh, she chose to turn her life around and stopped being vegan because it was unhealthy. And
I mean, I do think that also everyone's bodies are different.
Yes.
You can't just turn vegan without any information.
Exactly.
You have to see what are the minerals that are. I mean, you need to do this on a regular basis. Also, nobody does it.
Yeah.
Anyone does it. Check first what are the vitamins or minerals or the things in your body that your body needs, and then you create your meal plan according to that, and you can also have supplements which are vegan and healthy, and
yes.
I mean, it's your responsibility to your body.
Exactly.
You can't just wake up and say, oh, I turned vegan and then this happened to me. I mean, obviously, na. Like
I know, like you were a raw vegan, you were eating full patti, you weren't having any protein, and you weren't obviously.
You have to that's I think the education part of it, you know. Like,
Yeah.
what everyone talks about going vegan. I think it's very important to also talk about these things alongside, you know.
Yeah.
If you're turning vegan, turn vegan responsibly to yourself, nobody else.
Yes.
You know, it's not going to matter to anyone else. I think that information, that knowledge is really important.
It is.
Something that I guess this is also, you know, people need to want to learn. People need to want to, you know, it's always that extra step to get that information. That's why it's like, what are you invested in? You know, somebody who is invested in health, they will find out.
Yeah.
They are working on their bodies a certain way, you know. But if somebody is not really invested in their health, they will skip the step.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a bunch of things, you know. And then when we go out there and we talk about being vegan, we also need to do it responsibly.
Definitely.
I mean, it's just that bड़ी responsibility है जी.
बहुत.
खुशी.
Actually. But yeah, when you hear people listening to you, like, and understanding what you're saying sometimes, even if they're not, like, I make it a point to specifically talk to privileged non-vegans, because I feel like they have the, like you said earlier, that जो वैसे परेशान है जीवन से, how do you expect them? Like, जिसका वो पता नहीं कि उसका next meal कहाँ से आना है, somebody who doesn't, like, you will come from a place of privilege if you expect them to think about the environment, and that's their basic need is not being met. So how can you do that? So it's basically, yeah. So I love talking to people who are my friends, who are very leading good lives, and you know, and I feel like उनके घरों में ज़्यादा consumption रहता है वैसे भी, like they're the ones who can afford to have a lot of dairy, a lot of meat. So yeah, that's what happens. And yeah, basically just talking about it and giving the message in the way that can be received by somebody, and altering your message to suit whoever is listening is the key. Yeah. Oh my God, I could talk to you for hours. I wish we could meet and like jam together.
We will not let this, whatever is going on. Honestly, I'm very happy in my house. I built my studio here. This is like from morning to night I'm here, and I feel like it's a good time for us to introspect, and it's a good time to go inwards. And I mean, it's very hard for a lot of people. Like, there's no way that you can. In fact, I mean, I've just been reading about what's happening with, the lack of facilities and the lack of like the unavailability of these really, really important life-saving
oxygen, and it's crazy.
Need. And it's, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm sitting here in my studio and I'm like, it's humbling actually to think about this. What is
it's crazy?
What is that? What is that?
What is what? Oh yeah, the ferrets.
Oh my God.
Those are Jane's rescues.
Right? Oh my God. Hi, cutie.
This is Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
I didn't know that you could see us. I've been listening to you. I was just doing my housework, and then
I know. Oh my God, how
I
sweet.
just thought it was you two.
That is
the cutest.
Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. Charlie, there was a, remember Charlie bit me?
Yeah. That is so cute.
He can hear the noises. He thinks you want to play a game now.
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
So Jane is their goddess. Like she, they stand up on their feet and it looks like they're worshipping her. It's so cute.
I don't think I've ever seen a ferret in real life.
Yeah. I hadn't till I met Jane in such a funny way. I think I told the people I was talking to earlier, but Jane and during the pandemic, I was fighting with a lot of carnivores, and so was Jane. And I think I wrote a scathing comment, a very intelligent scathing comment to somebody. And she had commented something in support, but I misconstrued it as someone who was, because there's so many people attacking you. I thought, and then I was mean to her. She's like, but I was trying to help you. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And then we just got to talking. And she's just this lovely friend that I now have who's in the UK and who rescues ferrets and has these gorgeous fur babies. And we just call each other beautiful and just love talking to each other.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I love how
it's so... a lot of friends online. Like I found a lot of the community. I found them online.
Yeah.
And then I think also like showing up, going to a bunch of marches and meets and stuff was also really great.
Yeah.
Great way to make a connection with everyone.
Yeah. I saw pictures of you in marches. I was like, this lady is amazing. She's actually doing something. Like I keep screaming, koi kuch karta kyun nahi, koi kuch karta kyun nahi. Like she's actually doing something, and I'm so happy. Yeah.
So that kind of, like I want to do something. Like what can I do? But that's what I said. It's also like to sit and really think about like, okay, how do I best, use like the resources that I have to do this, because it is something. So this is part of my big plan, my structure that I'm putting into place.
Yeah, it's so cool. Another like vegan friend I made very like online accidentally. His name is Aaron Kiran Samuels, and he started this group called Vox Vegana, which was for a cappella. And I love harmonizing, and I was like, I'm gonna join. And then it said that this is for people living in Washington, Seattle, and stuff. So I was like, okay. I took back. It gives you the option like take back the thing, don't join. So I did that, and he's like, don't you want to be part of it? And I was like, I do, but I'm in India on a different continent. And he's like, oh, it's okay, but you join, and maybe we can collaborate long distance. And then I'd written this poem. I just called it Go Vegan, and it was. It just came out again, like it just came out of me. I feel like the best work of an artist just falls into your head and it writes itself. And it was one of those things. It's about and he gave it a lovely title. He said it's The Cost of Cruelty, and he said, "Can I compose this?" I was like, "Yes, please." Yeah, and he composed it, and and then we collaborated on it, and now we're writing a vegan musical together with this wonderful and I want to translate it into Hindi and like perform it everywhere and like have it's about a summer camp that's vegan, and the protagonist his parents are dropping him off to a summer camp, and they think it's this tough love camp, but it's actually a vegan camp. It's really fascinating. Yeah, it's so much fun. And there's this Mother Earth segment, and then it's so much fun writing it. And I have these like visions of how like it can be animated also. I imagine Mother Earth with hair that flows into the stars, and her body which is covered in tree branches, and then lower down is the earth and the sea, and like it's just. I've painted stuff like this also. In fact, the Earth the Creatives, the background is this sea goddess that I had made while I was doing animation and stuff. So yeah, it's so much fun collaborating, and you find so many new friends. And then Aaron, I wrote a lot of songs together. I made another vegan parody of Another Brick in the Wall. So I made another Stack in Your Mall. And and that's more on the serious side of it, and I've started shooting the video of it also for thoda. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But
hey, sorry Anushka, you have 2 minutes. You have to get on the call now.
Okay.
You all are waiting.
Okay, I'd love to introduce you to Shreyas. He's another vegan musician who's amazing.
I know Shreyas.
Oh, you know Shreyas, lovely, great. Hi.
Yeah, hi. How are you doing?
I love how all vegans seem to know each other. Even in one of my other sessions, the nutritionist was like, "Oh, I know Kuntal. We used to go to potlucks together." And I was like, "Awesome!"
Yeah. I mean, that's the best part, I think.
This tight knit community, and everybody knows each other, and
yes,
it's like family. You guys are family, yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Anushka, I'm going to bother you again, and I'll send you my work, and we'll.
Yeah, please. I've got it all down. Pretty about song. I'm like, send me. I want to hear all this.
Thank you so much. That's so awesome. Oh my God, it's been a dream having you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Doing this.
Thank you so much for coming.
It's really heartening to know that there are people out there who are so committed and who are working so hard to do this, to change the world. Actually.
Yeah, and you're an inspiration to like all of them. And,
I mean, I feel I am inspired.
Wow.
It's really.
Can I? Sorry
and
to
beyond
interrupt.
on it. Yeah.
When I was listening to you before, Taminda, your story felt so much like my own. Your anger, your rage, your disappointment, your love. I felt like you were speaking my voice. It's so nice to have people in the same space as you in your head, because you think you're going to go mad at one stage.
Yeah,
actually.
I actually had a friend who was trying to advise me. He said that, look, you have these mirror neurons in your brain, and like if you're going to watch this stuff, it's going to keep affecting you a certain way, and you need to stop watching it. And it also took me a while to wrap my head around that. Like I felt like I felt I couldn't look away. I thought, I have to bear witness, every video that comes to me, or every, image that I come across, I have to look at this. And then I realized that was debilitating me, that was like weakening me actually. And I thought to myself, okay, I know what it is, what's in this, and I need to be strong now to do this work. So I'm not gonna look at these videos anymore. Like, I'm not gonna look at these pictures anymore. I'm not gonna watch any more of the documentaries. But then something, flashes past, and then you just feel like almost guilty, for not looking at something. Or so it's like a little, it dips in and out of this, where it's exactly what you think. You think like, oh my God, I'm gonna like, my chest is gonna explode, like from this, like, how do I? And then you think like, what am I? I am saying, how do I bear it? I'm not bearing anything. It's not affecting me. It's affecting, I'm not physically feeling the effect of actually what is happening. I mean, the way that so what, like, okay, get yourself back to center, you need to get your shit together, and you need to remember why you're doing this. And then, I mean, but it's still, as much as you tell yourself and as much as you try to, stay strong, it's, you have these like moments where you
actually, that's the power of empathy. That's what artists have, and that's why I feel like artists are so important and such an important part of the movement, because we do like feel. I really admire people who are able to bear witness, because I find it crippling, honestly. I can't. I physically feel other people's pain. It's not just humans, just animals. I can feel it on my skin, what's happening to them. I can feel it in because it's just that much empathy that artists have. And that's why it's so hard to bear witness. And I chose not to. I was like, I can't. I will become crippled by the pain. I can't. So I don't. And I do really understand the value of bearing witness, and I really admire it.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Yeah.
And I do what I can. I do other stuff. Yes. Oh God.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm gonna jump off.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming. It was such a delight talking to you.
Definitely.
Nice to meet you.
I feel like you're my older sister.
Nice to meet Charlie too.
Seriously. Charlie is delightful. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
Bye. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to stay listening in because I like the company.
Please.
And I'm going to switch off for a while.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're here, I can hear your beautiful voices.
Thank you. Thanks so much. We're going to hear some beautiful music by Shreyas. Another friend I made online who's a wonderful musician. He actually wrote a song which was inherently vegan, And then he sort of realized, right? Am I right? I think I remember
Yes.
you telling me this.
Yeah. So you're getting my voice properly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so please, for everyone else, it's good. Really having fun on Earth Day because meeting such amazing people, seeing all your faces. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's really nice that we are locked up in our home right now, and still we are able to celebrate this very special day.
Yeah, and connect like this. So I'd love for you to tell your vegan story to everyone, and then maybe you can sing us some of your songs.
Sure. So I basically turned vegan 3 years back. So my name is Shreyas Dharmadhikari, and I'm basically from Gwalior, MP, but I stay in Mumbai for my musical career. And I made a song, Tham Lo, which was against animal cruelty. And after that song, I made so many vegan friends. That time I was not vegan, and I made so many vegan friends, and they told me that what's going on in dairy industry and ag industry. So it moved me because I didn't know anything about that. So it was a very quick decision for me to turn vegan. It was a bit difficult in very beginning, but that emotion was in me that I will not be a part of that cruelty. So I quit each and every dairy product or animal product, and I turned vegan. And after that, I kept I kept my journey in music, and I was also making songs for animals, which can turn people, which can make them think that what animals are going through. And I'm also trying in music industry. I'm making my own songs. I'm singing songs for other people also.
They're beautiful. I just want to put that out there that the songs you make are so lovely. Your voice is so beautiful, and I just love listening to your voice. And again, like I was telling Anushka before you joined us, that I really get angry at the artist community who is vegan and doesn't write songs about veganism or animal rights, because I feel like you have the power to do it. You have the talent to do it beautifully. Please put that message out there in a way that it is easily acceptable and digested and understood by those who have not made the connection yet. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, from Veganfest India, from me, that you write songs about that.
Yeah, I recently made 2 songs for Animal Safe. They will be out very soon whenever they'll make video. So one is in Hindi and one is in English. Let's see how
looking forward to it. It'll be great. Yeah, so please sing us something. Are you still with us?
Yeah,
cool.
Yep. शायद कभी न कह सकूं मैं तुमको, बिना समझ लो तुम शायद मेरे ख्याल मिलो मुझे कहीं पे गुम शायद रहेंगे हम नहीं रहेंगे हम नहीं तुमसे ज्यादा तुमसे कम नहीं जो तुम ना हो हम नहीं जो तुम ना हो तो हम भी हम नहीं तुमसे ज्यादा तुमसे कम नहीं चाहत कसम नहीं है कोई रसम नहीं है दिल का रहम नहीं है पाना है तुमको ख्वाबों में गाँव जिसका चाहत है नाम जिसका पता है तुमको, जो तुम कहो करेंगे हम वही है कसम, बिछड़ेंगे हम नहीं, न चाहिए कुछ तुमसे ज्यादा तुमसे कम नहीं, जो तुम ना हो कहेंगे हम नहीं, जो तुम ना हो रहेंगे हम नहीं, न चाहिए तुमसे ज्यादा तुमसे कम नहीं। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. So, is this something you wrote
So
yourself?
you're getting my voice properly?
Yeah, it breaks in the
that's
middle.
not my song.
No? Okay. That is,
Okay.
you sounded great. बीच में थोड़ा सा I think connection के कारण there was a bit lag, but then eventually it started to come. But
Okay.
Nice. Yes.
So I made a different song for animals for Save Movement. I want to sing that song.
Please, please. In fact, the Save Movement team will be joining us from 8 to 9 and 9 to 10 also. So, love to hear that.
Yeah.
Yes.
क्या ये कभी सोचा है क्या, जीते जी होता मरना है क्या, बिन जुर्म के कैदी बने निर्दोष काटे क्यों फिर ये सजा, पिंजरे में है वो कांपते, सो न पाते डर जागते, आंखों में दर्द के आंसू लिए चीखे पुकारे कोई ना सुने, इंसानियत कहाँ खो गई ये रोको थामो नहीं, तो जाग उठो तुम अब तोड़ दो जंजीरें, तो जाग उठो तुम रूह को सुकून मिले, तो जाग उठो तुम अब तोड़ दो जंजीरें, तो जाग उठो तुम रूह को सुकून मिले. So it goes like that.
It's beautiful. It's so touching, and you've captured it so beautifully.
I think I have got some issues with internet.
No, this time we could hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So you want to listen to some other songs?
Yes, please. Yes, yes.
पल भर ठहर जाओ दिल ये संभल जाए, कैसे तुम्हें रोका करूं, मेरी तरफ आता हर गम फिसल जाए, आंखों में तुमको भरूं, बिन बोले बातें तुमसे करूं, गर तुम साथ हो, अगर तुम साथ हो, तेरी नजरों में तेरे सपनों में है नाराजी, मुझे लगता है कि बातें दिल की होती लफ्जों की धोखेबाजी, तुम साथ हो या ना हो क्या फर्क है, बेदर्द की जिंदगी बेदर्द है अगर तुम साथ हो अगर तुम साथ हो शामें मलंग सी रातें सुरंग सी बागी उड़ान पे ही ना जाने क्यों दिलाई मेरा जी आए आए दिलाई मेरा जी आए आए na 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 सर पे है आसमां धरती या बाप माँ खाना बदोशियों में ही जाने क्यों इलाही मेरा जी आए आए इलाही मेरा जी आए आए ना 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 डूबा डूबा रहता हूँ आंखों में तेरी दीवाना बन गया हूँ मैं चाहत में तेरी डूबा डूबा रहता हूँ आंखों में तेरी दीवाना बन गया हूँ मैं चाहत में तेरी अब भी हो सकते नहीं रात कटती नहीं तस्वीर से बात बनती नहीं यो आजा आजा बेवफा
Amazing. God, I love your voice. लगता है सुनते जाओ. I'd like to know more about the projects you're working on. I know you're shooting videos and stuff. Or actually, मैं देख भी रही थी तुम like you would share and stuff ना, so I would always like go and see them. And so I know you are crazy busy. So thank you so much for coming and taking out the time. It's just wonderful to have you. And yeah, tell us a little about the projects you're doing because they're really.
So right now I just did there's a series called Mixtape. It's on T-series thing. So they keep on making the remixes. So I was a part of it, and I recorded few songs. I was doing backing vocals mainly, and I few scratches. And I sent 2 more songs for other music directors. Maybe it will release very soon. I don't know when.
Oh, that will be great.
And
We'd
making my
love to. Yeah. That'll be so great. It'll be good to have more vegan musicians in the industry because I feel like if you are in a position of power in any way, if you have like people who listen to you, if you inspire people, then and you are living a certain lifestyle, it does help to propagate that message, and you're saving so many animal lives by doing that. I also wanted to. Yeah.
Basically, I'm an activist. So whenever we go for activism, so I keep on, when I was new in activism, I used to have so many arguments with people. I used to fight with people. I want to tell them that why are you not turning vegan?
We've all been there.
So that's why I chose music as a medium to tell people what is going on. And in music, you have while you're making songs, you have within 2-3 minutes or 4 minutes, you can tell so many things which can move them. Okay, so that's why I chose music as a medium for an activism as well.
It's a wonderful medium, and you have such a lovely voice. You use it so well. So thank you for using your voice for the animals whom we always ignore and commodify. And it's
so right now I'm in my hometown Gwalior, and the conditions are so bad here. My internet connection is also not good. So sorry for that lagging and everything.
No, it happened only during the first song. The rest of the time we heard you just fine. So that's great. So Gwalior to hai paas nahi ho. We are in Bhopal. You are in MP with us. So, fellow MPite, we have another, apart from veganism, we have another bhaichara. That is being I wanted to ask you, so how did your family, friends, and colleagues, whatever, partners, how did they react when you turned vegan, and what did they say? Did they join you? Did they fight you? What was it like?
Few people joined because they also didn't know anything about veganism.
True.
So I was the very first one who introduced veganism to them. So, but the thing is, everyone is not in that zone of empathy, because they are born like that and they are raised like that. So what I think for veganism thing, people who are having some spiritual side of within them, so they will connect more, because if people are cruel, then any animal dying in front of them, it will not affect them. So I keep on meeting people and tell them about the spirituality also, kindness. So maybe then they can turn vegan. So the thing is, in society these days, that empathy is lacking somewhere. That's why these things doesn't move them. So we have to work on that as well. That how can they turn kind?
Yes, and I think as an artist, you can really contribute to that.
My family is not vegan. They know everything, but I don't know. They are not vegan right now. I hope someday they
It'll
will.
take time. Sometimes, people take their own time to get around to it. Even my parents, they said, "Ha, we get it." Initially, they were like, "अच्छा तुम दूध बना के दे दो, तो हम कर लेंगे." And I did that for quite a while. But then again, I don't have machines. I'm like, it's just difficult for me to continue. But they recently they made that one connection themselves. They're like, "नहीं, बहुत खराब चीज़ है, अब हम नहीं करें." It just took them a few months. So again, maybe someone will take a few years, but I feel like eventually everybody will understand this, and it will become the way of the world. In my heart, I truly believe that we will become a vegan world, and I dream of that day, and people like you are helping us get there. So yeah, it's wonderful. So would you like to sing your English song also, the vegan one that you wrote? No,
the song is same.
Okay, same. Okay. It's just translated. Oh,
I'm not basically an English singer. I'm not a guitarist. But it was my very first English song, and one of my friend came in the studio and she helped me out with the proper execution. I don't know how will it come out, but still.
I'm sure it will be great. And I really look forward to listening to everything that you have to do.
How's your music going?
Good. Would you like to hear some of our songs?
Definitely, please.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is called Home. I have Vasu with me. So he was just randomly playing this melody, and I called it Home because the melody was so beautiful, and it reminded me of all the animals whom who don't have a home because of us, whom we breed them, we supposedly take care of them, but they are not home. They are in a prison. And so it's about an animal asking the human being to have mercy on them and carry them home, and to see them. We were talking about bearing witness earlier. It's so hard. I don't physically see, but in my mind, it's always there that those are the ones that I'm helping. Those earthlings, those beings who share this planet with me. I am singing for them. So this is Home. And this is for the animals. So I hope you like it. I'm very head hanging low. Please hold me and carry me home. Won't you
take me home. My story was never free, but so please see me and carry me home. Would you? Would you please have mercy and take me home? I'm looking for the answers to the questions of the universe. I know there's got to be more than the chains that keep me bound. Would you please have mercy and take me home? Are we truly the same? Will we be born again? Will I still feel your pain if I am home again? Home again. Would you please have mercy and take me home? Take me home. Please take me home.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Very good.
Thank you so much. So yeah, we keep making new stuff like this, and you also please keep writing about it. It always helps. You don't know who it will touch in what way.
Yeah.
So language, music. Yeah, I really want to collaborate with you. Yeah, this pandemic is really pissing me off only because of this reason. I find it like the logistics and everything, and but we'll definitely do something together. Pakka, pakka. Yes. Great. We can play a few more songs.
You can sing another song also.
Yeah, we'll just play one or two more songs. Then we have some lovely products that Urban Platter sent us. So many lovely vegan brands joined us this time. हम लोग सोच रहे थे यार we won't be able to do an on ground event. What the hell? How will we do it? And then we thought, okay, why not? Let's. We have given ourselves at Veganfest, we've given ourselves the challenge of doing monthly vegan events, and we said, okay, we will not stop, even if it's a small event, even if it's only live, and let's do a live where we can, incorporate everybody, all time zones that can be, incorporated. So that's why we like, let's do 24-hour live. Like नहीं ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, 18 घंटे कर लेते हैं, सुबह 6 से रात के 12 तक. So we were like, let's do it, and then we had all the support from wonderful vegan brands like Urban Platter and Good Milk, and Vegano has been a long time supporter. MK is always supporting. We have this wonderful Blue Tribe, the vegan chicken, which was approved by our resident chicken expert. So, I mean, if somebody who loves chicken and knows chicken really well is approving your product, it means you're doing a good job. Bacao has such wonderful jackfruit products. So we have so many options. There is no reason at all to not choose vegan. You have everything from milk to cheese to, and don't say that there aren't products available in India, because we've shown you that there are so many of them. So yeah, we'll sing you another song. Let's sing Pretty. Just up to like we have very little time now. Like in 15 minutes we'll start with the urban platter session. So this is pretty. It's about. आवाज आ रही है guitar?
Yes, yes, yes.
So this is about the cruelty in beauty industry. Painted faces, winning smiles, hide the ugly, got them silent. You're so pretty. It must be nice. They don't know there's a graveyard inside. Pretty, it ain't pretty. Fish bellies, long lashes, red lips, silk sashes, fake beauty. Fur capes, leather jackets, wool coats, lab rabbits, mean cruelty. And it ain't pretty. It's not so nice. When you look closer, there's a graveyard inside them. Pretty, it ain't pretty. That is pretty. Yes, so that's about the cruelty in beauty industry, and we have lots of songs like that about different topics. We have to, a minor mistake is what we wanted to call this session, because actually a lot of our songs are on the key A minor, and Abhishek had this idea that we should make an album called A Minor Mistake. So uska title track hai A Minor Mistake, and I also thought it was very appropriate for today, for this session, because everybody thinks that eating meat, eating dairy, it's a minor mistake, it's like it's a personal choice. Yeah, maybe it's not completely ethical, but it's a small thing, it doesn't matter that much. But we do not realize the impacts that each and every one of us has, and the impact you can have on so many billions of animals, of animal lives, so many forests. You will be saving so much water. You'll be saving so many people from being part of an industry which is exploitative even to them. हमें लगता है कि जो स्लॉटर हाउस में काम करते हैं, जो जानवरों को मारते हैं, वो गंदे लोग हैं, और बट कोई, आप सोचिए, कोई ऐसा काम करना चाहेगा? Like, would anyone truly want to do that for a living? They're doing it because we have created that demand for that product, and they're doing it for money to survive, and they suffer trauma, and they take that trauma with them home, and they then traumatize their immediate family, and it's just a terrible system which exploits everyone. So don't say it creates jobs. Killing sentient beings who are screaming and begging for their lives, is that a job? What sort of a job is that? I mean, it's not, right? So we have to understand that आप किसी के भी बारे में केयर करते हो, अगर आप इंसान के बारे में भी केयर करते हो, तो आपको वीगन होना चाहिए. अगर आप पृथ्वी के बारे में केयर करते हो, which is why we are celebrating Earth Day, you should be vegan, because it's the only way that we can save the planet, we can save the water, we can save the animals, we can save ourselves. This pandemic that we are all suffering from, the reason that we are all locked in and so far apart from each other, is another result of animal agriculture. Please understand that. Do your own research. Don't just listen to us. Don't take it in our stride and say, okay, we're crazy vegans, ye to kuch bhi bolte hain. Aisa nahi hai. अपनी research करिए, Google करिए, all the data is available. Scientists have been screaming this from the top of their lungs. This morning we spoke to the amazing Dr. Shailesh Rao, and he was saying the very same thing. We are in a car which is racing towards a concrete wall. It's 5 seconds away. And if you turn vegan, you will be taking your foot off the pedal and putting it on the brake. And if you're not turning vegan, you're just accelerating towards that wall, and there's only 5 seconds left. There's very little time left. So that's the decision that we all have to make. And yeah, I think, sorry, one second. I think we need to put the charger for this laptop because it's, MacBook, it's about to go away. So, Shreyas, I want to ask you, what's your favorite vegan meal? And what was your favorite non-vegan meal before, and now what's your favorite vegan meal?
So nothing as such like that favorite thing and all. I eat normal homemade home cooked food. So not that much into non-vegan things.
Yeah.
Previously, I was also not that much into the taste thing.
Okay.
I used to eat normal.
Okay.
So not. Yeah.
But yeah, dal chawal roti sabji desi khana.
Yes, dal rice, dal roti.
Yes.
Basic.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So हाँ, तो ये सब समझ जाए कि वीगन बनना मुश्किल भी नहीं है. आप वही खाइए, दाल चावल रोटी सब्जी खाइए जो आप रोज खाते हैं. बस उसमें
Indian food, basically most of the Indian food is already vegan.
Actually,
So
it's very easily veganized. Yeah. Oh, Abhishek wants to speak to you for a while. He's the founder of Veganfest India, so he's going to join us now. I'm going to hand it over to you. Oh, do I have the mic? No, I don't have it. Oh, see, so yes.
Hi, Shreyas.
Hi, Abhishek. Hi. How are you doing?
क्या बोलूं, ठीक है. Fun, pretty fun. Like, love challenges. I think that's the reason why I turned vegan also. Because being a vegan and staying vegan is a big challenge today.
Yeah.
Especially like when you come from like sort of an orthodox family, it becomes really tough. Diksha was mentioning that you are also from MP, from Gwalior.
Yeah, I'm from Gwalior. Yeah.
Very good. Then I'm pretty sure your parents would also be questioning, or whenever you'll be going back to home, they'll be giving you all ghee, paratha, everything.
No. They know I'm vegan and they respect it and they don't post. In fact, they also vegan, but because of their what their habits, it's quite difficult for them. They try to turn vegan. They are kind to animals. They know each and everything, but still, the lust for the taste or whatever you can say, that conditioning, it's quite difficult. Everyone is not that much bold to take that step.
Right. ठीक है, वो तो अपन गलत deviation में चलेगा. I actually wanted to discuss since you are a creative artist by yourself, you make music, you play music, which has been raving about you. Shreyas Dharmadhikari and बहुत अच्छी बात है. I'm very so happy about it. I wanted to ask you, how do you think creative artists can use their creativity in putting their point across, which they want to? Like in our case, as vegans, like Diksha, her creativity is just give me 1 second. So sorry, some logistical issue. So like Diksha, being a singer and a creative person, what she did was she started working on a couple of parodies. So वो नागिन की parody बनाई, Another in the Wall by Pink Floyd की parody बनाई. तो और भी है ने Seven Nation Army में बोला था उसकी बना लो parody का. तो वो है ने तो creativity is such that you give her a task like a challenge and she'll just do it in like 5 minutes. So one way is to do what you do best and put those messages in that. I wanted to know what is your take on that. Do you use your creativity, music to make content for veganism, sustainability, And
yes.
if you do, then how do you go about it? थोड़ा सा बताओ ना please.
तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि सबसे पहले तो मैं मतलब एनिमल्स के जो भी जिस भी कंडीशन से वो गुजरते हैं, सबसे पहले तो हम उस चीज को फील करते हैं ताकि हम उसको अपने आर्ट में उतनी सच्चाई से दिखा सकें कि लोग उसको देख सके एकदम. वही तो एक चीज हो गई कि आप हर किसी को मानिए कि 100 लोगों ने देखा, उसमें से 40 लोगों कनेक्ट हुए उस चीज से उस मोमेंट पे, उनको लगा कि गलत हो रहा है. बट जब वो वापस जाएंगे अपनी पुरानी दुनिया में, मे बी कुछ लोगों के पास वो चीज में दिमाग में वो चीज रहेगी. मे बी सम पीपल विल हैव दोस थॉट्स दैट वी आर डूइंग समथिंग गुड, समथिंग क्वाइट ब्रूटल टू एनिमल्स एंड ऑल, और कुछ लोग उसको भूल जाएंगे. तो या तो वो इतना आर्ट इतना कुछ लोगों पे कनेक्ट करेगा कि वो चेंज हो जाएंगे तुरंत, कुछ लोग नहीं होंगे. तो मुझे लगता है कि आप अपनी तरफ से कोशिश करते रहिए, और ऐसा भी नहीं होगा कि हम एकदम से सबके अंदर तुरंत चेंज आ जाए, क्योंकि मेरे अंदर भी मुझे भी कम से कम 25-26 साल लग गए. इसके पहले मैं नॉन वीगन ही था. तो हमें सबको मौका देना ही पड़ेगा, यही कर सकते हैं. मुझे लगता है कि ना ये इसको बड़े पैमाने पे आने के लिए इसके लिए इसको एक पॉलिटिकल इशू बनना चाहिए. वही चीज हो सकती है कि इसके अगेंस्ट जो भी सब हो रहा है इसको पहले तो एक्सेप्ट करें और उसके अगेंस्ट लॉज बने, तब जाके बड़े पैमाने पे चेंज होगा. क्योंकि जब सब लोग बोलते रहेंगे कि हमारी पर्सनल चॉइस है इस चीज को लेके, तो फिर ये चीज कभी खत्म ही नहीं होने वाली. तो मतलब मुझे लगता है वीगन्स को आना चाहिए, वीगन्स को पॉलिटिक्स में भी आना चाहिए, ताकि वो चुन के आए और वो चेंज ला सके. क्योंकि लोग तो दुनिया में बहुत सारी चीजें मांग करते रहते हैं, उनको नॉर्मल खाने के लिए ही नहीं मिलता. तो बहुत लोग नहीं समझेंगे इस चीज को. मुझे लगता है कि इट शुड बी अ पॉलिटिकल इशू आल्सो.
It should be a political issue. But यार उसमें political issue is a problem, sir. बहुत बड़ी problem है. यानी आप और मैं उसके बारे में we can't even compete and we can't even have a discussion that will ever have an impact on like of on the topic of having vegans into politics. आप और हम उतना नहीं जानते, यानी उसके बारे में like that is not something. अपन यानी अभी I think on a very 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 nascent stage at this point of time. That we can get that kind of mass what do you call it support कि आप किसी कैंडिडेट खड़ा करो और वो इलेक्शन जीत जाए, यानी तो बड़ी बात होनी चाहिए. या तो उसका उल्टा भी कर सकते हैं कि जो जीते हुए लोग हैं, जो एमएलए हैं, उनको बनाओ वीगन खड़ा.
मैं कह रहा हूँ कि जैसे हम आर्टिस्ट हैं, हम एक तरीके से जैसे बीज डालते हैं ना, हम वो कर सकते हैं काम. कि हम वीगनिज्म बहुत लोगों को पता ही नहीं है, हम एटलीस्ट वो चीज ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचा सकते हैं. जैसे कि कोई सॉन्ग किसी ने बनाया, अगर मानिए मैं अपने चैनल पे डालता हूँ, तो मेरे पास मुश्किल से 8-10 हजार व्यूज मान ली मेरे चैनल पे मेरे को एक सॉन्ग को मिले. अगर उसी चीज को कोई ऐसे लोग प्रमोट करे या कोई ऐसे लेवल से आए, ऐसा सॉन्ग जो बड़े लेवल से आए, जैसे कोई भी म्यूजिक लेवल से, ताकि वो ज्यादा लोगों तक उसकी रीच बढ़े, तभी वो मैसेज उन तक पहुंचेगा. अभी बहुत लोगों तक वो मैसेज ही नहीं पहुंचता, चाहे मेरा गाना कितना भी अच्छा हो, चाहे किसी का भी गाना कितना अच्छा हो. तो रीच बढ़नी चाहिए सबसे पहले, तो तभी वो मैसेज सब तक जाएगा. फिर उनके ऊपर है कि उनकी थिंकिंग प्रोसेस चालू हो कि भाई क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं, फिर वो 10 लोगों से बात करेंगे, तो ऐसे वो चीज बढ़ेगी. तो अभी हम लोग ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंच नहीं पाते. सबसे बड़ा मुझे लगता है ये है, आर्ट के थ्रू भी मैं एक लिमिटेड लोगों तक ही पहुंच सकता हूँ. हाँ, अगर कल को जाके मैं कुछ बन गया एज ए बड़ा सिंगर, तब मैं उस चीज को उसके बारे में बात कर सकता हूँ. और बहुत लोग कर भी रहे हैं, जैसे अनुष्का है और भी काफी सारे सिंगर है, सनम है. तो ये लोग जैसे बात कर रहे हैं, उसका मैंने एनिमल सेव का वीडियो देखा था. आई डोंट नो.
हाँ, एक फोटो देखी थी मैंने.
एनिमल सेव ने इंटरव्यू किया है ना उसका. एनिमल सेव मूवमेंट का उसका इंटरव्यू है. सो ही इज अ वीगन.
वेरी नाइस.
सो या, सो ही इज आल्सो स्पीकिंग अप अगेंस्ट एनिमल क्रूएल्टी. तो ऐसा है, इनको निकल के आना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि बहुत लोग डरते हैं, मे बी लोग जज कर लेंगे और मे बी आपको उतना पसंद नहीं करेंगे लोग. फिर आज के टाइम में ऐसा होता है ना काफी, कि इमेज इज एवरीथिंग. तो लोगों को वो निकल के आना पड़ेगा उस चीज से, तो ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचना चाहिए.
दैट इज आई थिंक वो मीडिया इंडस्ट्री का वो है कि यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट योर इमेज अ लॉट. Unless you become so big that you don't care, यानी whatever you do becomes a side statement. अरे I think हाँ जी, I lost you in between. Yes.
या अभी ठीक है
जी. मैं कह रहा था कि मीडिया इंडस्ट्री में तो वैसा सिनेरियो है कि हर आर्टिस्ट को, नए आर्टिस्ट को अपनी इमेज के बारे में काफी ध्यान रखना पड़ता है। या तो आप उतने बड़े आर्टिस्ट बन जाओ कि आप जो करो वो स्टाइल स्टेटमेंट बन चुका है। तो यानी आज के डेट में सलमान भाई बोले कि वीगन बनना है, तो उनके बोलने के चक्कर में यानी जितने जिम जाते हैं लड़के, उनमें से यानी you'll see a lot of conversions। भाई ने बोला है तो करना पड़ेगा, 6 महीने करके देखते हैं वो लाइक। बट अगेन रीचिंग दैट स्टेज इज लाइक थोड़ा सा भी वो है। बट आई थिंक व्हाट कैन बी डन इज देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ इंटरनेशनल हॉलीवुड सेलिब्रिटीज, a lot of people in US who are vegans। So उनकी देखा देखी में जरूर हमारे कुछ आर्टिस्ट लोग बोल सकते हैं अरे ये कर रहा है वहाँ पे करते हैं। So maybe that is something, and that kind of a hack can work if you're looking for support from the media industry। But मैं तो वो भी है यानी we can always तो यानी as Veganfest India we are going to be completely on it। We are on it, we've been on it since November 2020 और हम लोग हर महीने कुछ ना कुछ तो करते ही नहीं। तो by God's grace एक थोड़ा बहुत बस बन रहा है, लोगों को पता चल रहा है। लाइक इस वाले इवेंट में काफी सपोर्ट करा वीगन ब्रांड्स ने, अच्छे ब्रांड्स ने सपोर्ट करा जिनके हम सबको सोचते थे कि अरे यार इससे बात हो जाए, उनके ब्रांड मैनेजर किसी से बात हो जाए। they supported us in this event, we were very happy। one call with Anushka, we got a chance to speak to her once and she also gave us some time। तो ये सब चीजें भी यानी हमारा भी एक मनोबल बढ़ाते हैं कि ठीक है जो कर रहे हो लगे रहो, डटे रहो। तो डटे रहेंगे, कुछ ना कुछ करते रहेंगे। अभी इसको और मैं क्या चाह रहा हूँ कि हमारे जैसे जो ऑन ग्राउंड इवेंट्स होते हैं उसमें a lot of these guys we get a lot of artists to come and perform। अभी जैसे हम लोगों ने भोपाल में जो वेगनफेस्ट करा था, तो उसमें we had a stage that was on for both the days, and in both the days we had artists coming in and playing। we had a lot of artists, we had lots of artists from Bhopal, we had lots of artists from Indore, and most of them were independent। obviously थोड़ा सा hasty में हम लोगों ने करा था, जल्दी पकते हुए करा था इवेंट को, तो ब्रीफ नहीं कर पाए थे कि we should be working on a content such as this। but then moving forward, as soon as we are able to get back to on ground events, we want to use that stage and we want to because I think जो एक artist होता है ना, they know how to engage with the crowd, they are the ones who know how to put their message across। so if we have a stage, we should get these artists and give them ask them to make music on sustainability and veganism, and let that maybe catch a little virality in terms of reach and engagement। all we can do is we can take these small steps and let's see over a period of time it gives you that snowball effect कि छोटा छोटा बड़ा हो जाएगा, एक बम जाके नीचे गिरे। तो देखते हैं, we are on it। let's continue with it। It's lovely speaking to you। we'll connect again।
nice to
करते हैं इसको।
definitely
we'll do
keep
something
on making songs।
yeah we'll
definitely
we'll work together also, we'll set you some files also। देखते हैं अपन लोग कुछ कर सकते हैं तो मजा है।
definitely
ठीक है। I think
जरूर
it's our time for the next session, guys। so अभी अरुण काटा के साथ का सेशन है 7 to 8 का, so we're gonna start that। Shreya, lovely having you। let's collect again।
thank you
ठीक है, चलिए सर, नमस्कार।
thank you so much, thank you
so we have to start। I have okay। time lapse नहीं तो are you connecting this to इसको एक सेकंड guys, we'll just be we'll be continuing this as soon as we just करने के बाद कौन सा मैं घुमा दूं जब तक मैं सेटअप कराऊं पीछे रात से बैठी है।
I want him to take a time lapse quickly of it। मैंने सब brands का किया। अच्छा।
टाइम लैप्स चलो रहेगा।
Someone from Morgan wants to go.
Yeah, Kamlesh is there, I guess.
Hi, Kamlesh।
I don't think Kamlesh is here. This is Jay from Urban Platter. I'm here.
Thank you so much for sending us all this wonderful stuff.
Of course, of course.
Seeing it, showing it off, and oh my god, look at this! Guys, I have to say, Urban Platter is the one brand that has the most diverse range of products that I have ever seen. Like, I mean, gluten-free flour, and we have this. Like, I think I'm just going to eat this right off the spoon. Roasted hazelnut chocolate syrup. And look at the packaging. It's just. So if you're a fancy vegan, please go for Urban Platter products.
We have Jay with us.
Yeah. Hi, Jay.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. I am so delighted with all of this.
I've actually never got to see anyone opening one of our packages. So this is a very rewarding feeling, to see you guys open our goodie box and enjoy the packaging and enjoy the products. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what all you guys create today.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we have this vegan cheese sauce mix. I have 2 of them. Oh my god. I just I have wanted to try because I have followed all these amazing vegan channels and Korean vegans and the VH vegan, and they're always using this code. Like, mujhe try karna hai. And these freeze-dried raspberries. Look at this. Like, all fancy people who, like, basically veganism is for everyone. Aapko agar fanciness nahi karni hai to mat karo. I am a very, like, both type of person. Like, I want fancy food also. I want, like, ghar ka khana also. So, I'm just a foodie at heart, so I'm really enjoying this unpacking. Would you like to tell us a little about Urban Platter? Yeah.
Most definitely. So a little bit about Urban Platter. Our company's mission is pretty simple. It's to provide authentic ingredients for people who are looking for a personal connection with what they eat. So whenever you're looking to have an authentic experience, whether you want to make a beautiful antioxidant-rich smoothie using, beetroot powders and freeze-dried banana powders or freeze-dried spirulina, any of that, we have an entire range. Let's say you're looking for plant-based alternatives. We have a wide range of, plant-based milk. So we have coconut milk in Tetra Pak, almond milk in Tetra Pak, and oat milk in Tetra Pak. We have vegan ghee as well. We're launching vegan butter in the month of May. So, you heard it here first, but that's going to be coming up very, very soon. See, that's our oat wow right there. And that entire package is completely compostable. Even the plastic cap you see on it, that's actually a recyclable plastic cap. So it actually decomposes. So it was, again, one of the first in Asia. There is no packaging like this available in all of Asia. So, we try and do all these innovative and cool things which make it fun for people to use the products while also, being in touch with what the innovations of the world are.
It's amazing.
What are you looking for?
Good. So, I just want to unpack everything and then we'll decide what all in the group because there's so much. Yeah. So we're going to make some spaghetti and some bruschetta and some stuff. Actually, I know. Like, we'll do whatever we can. Can you help me open this? Can we find a pair of scissors, please? It's just everything is so beautifully packed. I can feel it. Like when I held it in my hands, I was like, "This is compostable hai. This is something clean and pure that I'm holding." That's wonderful.
There is the idea. It's a very fantastic product. As such, it's also fortified with vitamin B12 and vitamin D. So it's perfect for vegans as well as anyone suffering from lactose intolerance.
Actually, there should be products that everyone can enjoy and they can be like secretly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It helps. Every little bit helps. The vegan fish sauce. I didn't know it would be so big.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a big one. That's like, guys, value for money. Look at this stuff. It's just. That's what we like right now. So I've made some pasta in the morning, and I'm gonna try the cheese sauce on that. So that, and I wanna try out the milks.
Coffee, I want, please.
Yeah, we'll make some coffee. We're gonna need it. all of us can use some coffee.
Johnny Walker ki bottle. It was like Johnny Walker.
Oh, and the chestnut spread.
That's actually a French classic. It's a company called Clément Faugier, which is from France. They've been making this product since 1895, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's like a very different kind of Nutella in many ways. There's no one else kind of offering a product like that, so it's a pretty cool one.
Look at this giant bottle of olive oil.
That's also a great value for money Greek olive oil. It's extra virgin. And the fantastic thing about this product is that the olives are grown, pressed, and packed on the same family farm in Greece, and then it's shipped to India. Yeah. So it's pretty cool one, and we love that product. We absolutely love it.
Yeah, so because of you guys, we are going to be able to taste all of this amazing stuff from all over. Like, it's incredible. What I'm very excited to try first is the milks because
I want coffee.
So you beat up some coffee and then we're going to try both the oat wow and the coconut milk.
That's great. Both these products can be used just like milk. You can boil your tea in it, you can boil your coffee in it, and they won't split or separate or anything. So they really work for the Indian market, without any worries. So again, just use it as it is, no worries at all.
Use it just like milk,
Just like milk.
Amazing. So we have some vegan cheese sauce takes, and then we have the gluten-free card. I wanted to try and make a brownie out of this, so I'm going to start on that.
Most definitely.
Let's do that. Because I have a friend who works with ceramics, and she's also a baker, and she recently has the gluten sensitivity, and she wants to learn vegan. So she's like, "What's the card you use?" So when I saw this on the Urban Platter
website,
I was like, I must try this out because there are people who do have celiac disease and and they're the ones who use this. There's nothing wrong with gluten per se, but some people are sensitive to it, so that's why we use gluten-free flour, and we have some from Urban Platter. So what's this made of? What's a mix?
It's a blend.
Wonderful. So it's a blend of a lot of wonderful flours, and I'm sure the texture is going to be amazing. So let's start with the brownie. I'm going to pick some dry ingredients out first. Can you pass me a bowl? That the one with the green stripe will do. Thank you. So, yes. Great. So the coffee is beaten, and
So what do we do?
do you want hot coffee?
Cold, anything.
I don't want cold right now because it's kind of hot here.
Just one cup.
That's selfish of you. So yeah, I'm gonna open this oat wow. So homemade oat milk has this problem that becomes slimy when you heat it. This I'm sure will not do that because you have processes in place to prevent that. I'm sorry, I can't change this.
They went on mute.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. I said just shake it before you use it and it should work perfectly fine.
Great. So, and it works with both tea and coffee, right?
Yep, tea, coffee, desserts, frappes, milkshakes, works like magic. We also tried making a chocolate mousse with this, and that was fantastic. Yeah.
Try that. I'm saving some for later, and I'm going to try some hot chocolate. And I'm going to try this before you.
If you haven't got a chance to try the oat milk as it is, I would say just try it as it is as well, and just let us know how you like the taste for that one.
Yes. So I am going to try the oat milk as it is. I do think that oat is a very great milk substitute because I think it's one of the best tasting milks. The texture was the only problem for me when I made it at home. And that's why we have these processes in place which help. So brands like Urban Platter and their oat milks will not become slimy when you mix them. And I'm going to just taste it. It's amazing. And it's a very clean taste. It tastes like homemade oat milk, honestly. It's rare because most the emulsifiers and stuff usually put in this tend to really ruin the flavor. And actually, all the brands that we have reviewed today have actually a very good product. So basically, yeah, this oat milk is just like homemade oat milk, but it will not become slimy when you eat it. So, right? It's wonderful. So here's the coffee. Abhishek, would you like to try the?
Yeah, yes.
I'm gonna put some water in it. It will be like half and half. And
Minus.
yours is the. I'm also going to quickly start the brownie off. I'm a very instinctual baker. So brownie is like easy for me because it doesn't have to be like very technical. Making brownies is not like super. So I'm going to do that. We did have a plan to have some chefs with us, but again, the COVID situation has become really, really bad here. So,
yeah.
Nobody wants to come.
So nobody wants to come. Nobody. It's actually really not safe. So we're just doing it by ourselves, and our team is here with us, and it's a very, very small team, just 4 people, 5 people. So,
Well, there's just more food for you guys, so that's awesome.
yes, actually. But yeah, coffee amazing. I'm just adding some baking powder to it.
So what I would like to do is use all of these products.
Yes.
And make all the dishes that we have said.
Yes.
Maybe not today, maybe in like a couple of days.
Yeah.
Let's make all those videos.
Yeah.
And let's send them.
Whatever we can do now, we're gonna do now. So I wanna try this coconut jaggery powder because it smells incredible. It's not ऐसी खा जाओ, like seriously. It's got such a. I'm going to taste some of this like this. You have to taste it to believe it. It's very caramelly and a beautiful flavor. So I'm going to add just a few spoons of this full coconut jaggery powder to my brownie mix, and that's going to give it a nice caramelly flavor. I have some cocoa powder right there. In the drawer, in that drawer, there is some cocoa powder. Thank you very much. So, actually, you guys are the hardest. Urban Platter was the hardest for us to pick the kya mangaye, because you guys have such a great range of products. Like, I don't think anyone else has this big a range of vegan products. So it was like
we have about close to 1,000 products in our own brand available on our website and Amazon, from all around the world and all around India as well. We have like a Kashmiri rare masala, which is from valley in Kashmir. We have Assamese tea, which is again from a home-owned estate in Assam. We have Konkani masalas, which are all over from Maharashtra. We have Goan Jakuti masala, which is from Goa. So our coconut milk is from Tamil Nadu, 100%. So we try and give you an authentic experience with all the products we do, whether they be Indian or international and imported.
Yeah, and so great that you support that local produce. Because again, we always talk about supporting local produce, local artists, local farmers. So it just gives you that authentic flavor, and you can taste it in the product. You can feel it.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
Jay, I actually have a question. I wanted to ask you. How did Urban Platter start? Like how did you manage to get so many products under your banner?
I'll tell you a very simple story. So when we started, we were started by 2 brothers, Chirag Kenya and Dhaval Kenya. They're the founders of the company. And the idea of starting the company was pretty simple. It was to offer good food and good ingredients to people who want to be able to access high quality ingredients. So back in 2013, not under the Urban Platter brand name, but we started from dealing in roasted coffee, which was all roasted in small batches. And what you're seeing right now with all these artisanal coffee roasters and everything coming up. Back in 2013, we started with that, and a product which is now being sold by every brand possible, which was pink Himalayan rock salt. So that product does not really exist as such until 2014 in India. And so we brought that in back in 2013, and we're the first ones to bring that in, and we found a lot of traction based off of that. And then in early 2015, they founded the company Urban Platter Food Co. Which was just dealing in plant-based, or just dealing in ingredients for that matter. Then I think towards 2017 is when Chirag turned vegan and said that it's a logical choice. It's what works for the planet, works for me, and I really see better results in my life. And it's something I want to really embrace in everything I do. And so from being a company that only sold good food in 2017, and we slowly started transitioning all of our milk-based products to a vegan option. Another thing is our company never focused so much on marketing or brand building or anything like that, where we launched one product and then you focused on it for 3 months on launching it or anything like that. We got a product, put it on online, and if you guys were the consumers, liked it, you bought it, that was enough of a response to continue doing it, right? And so that's basically how we did it. And we did everything from all over the world, all over India, and we just built our product portfolio to an extent where until last lockdown, so until August of last year, there were over 2,800 products that we sold. We've actually downsized 2,800 to 1,000 over the last 7 months or so. SKU reductions, all of that, kind of focusing more on what we're selling. And we've transitioned all of our best sellers. We used to sell a cheddar cheese powder back in 2018, and I used to sell, I don't know, like 500 kilos of that a month. And we stopped doing that for an entire year. We said we're going vegan, don't want to sell that anymore. And then we finally came up with our own vegan cheddar cheese powder, which is now again back to doing 500 kilos a month. So it just goes to show that it's not a matter of whether it's vegan or not. It's just a matter of good food. But yeah, I guess that's basically how we were founded. And we have quite a few product managers, and the idea is simple: see a problem, solve a problem. That's all, and then launch a product. So we usually launch a couple of products every Friday. That's how it works. So tomorrow we are launching 2 seasonings and a couple of kombuchas as well. One of them is a everything bagel seasoning. So that's
very popular in the US.
Yeah, so that's an ode to the American bagel. It's got everything except the bagel in that seasoning. It's got poppy seeds, garlic, sesame seeds, salt. Very, very delicious seasoning. And then we have another Japanese seasoning, which is called norikomi furikake, which is basically a seaweed and sesame seed blend, which is again very, very umami and is used on top of rice cakes and sushis and rice bowls and everything like that. So we're launching both of those tomorrow. They're both developed by us in-house. The recipe and everything. And then along with that, we're launching a radish kimchi as well. So even that's been something that has been really, really picking up in the last 3 years for us, which is our range of kimchis. So yeah, so that's going to be available starting tomorrow. And then yeah, that's just how it keeps going.
Yeah, that's so amazing, man. It's so inspiring also. But Urban Platter is not, is it totally vegan?
So right now we are 99.63% vegan, in the sense I have about 7 products in my 1,000 product portfolio, which still have milk solids in them, which we are working on removing. But other than that, the other 993 products are 100% vegan.
Specific you.
I love it.
I mean, it's a tracker for us, because we're not activists by any chance. We're not trying to convince anyone to go vegan. What we're trying to do is that, hey, whatever ingredient you want possible, it's available in a vegan format. So if you ever want to, just try it out, and it tastes as good. That being said, we never market ourselves as completely vegan brand or anything like that. Neither do we promote our non-vegan products. The 2 products or the 3 products which are which we are not able to make vegan right now come from our baking range. One is
What products are there?
One is a egg replacer. so that's specifically used in cakes, and that has about 0.4% of milk solids, which we need to replace with something that allows us to give the same results in a vegan cake. The other one is milk chocolate chips. Those are one of the most perfect size milk chocolate chips, and it's been one of our most liked products. And we got in these other vegan milk chocolate chips in the middle, but the stability issues and everything followed. So we're still working on it. And then another one is a twin chocolate chip. So that's a milk and dark chocolate chip. So that's one of them. And then another one of the milk products is we have a Haryali tikka masala, which has some part of milk solids in there. And then our tandoori tikka masala as well, which was non-vegan until last week. We just updated it to being vegan. So anything you buy anymore for the tandoori tikka masala is going to be vegan. It doesn't have milk solids anymore. So yeah, we have 5 products left, 5 products total, which are not vegan out of the entire lot. But that'll soon be changed, hopefully within this year.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
Good thing, like that's a great thing too. I mean, people think that when you have a setup which is this big, when you have products that are like so numerous and so popular, it's guts to make that switch.
Yeah.
I have made this change. I am going to stick to it, and I'm going to not just stick to it in my life, but I'm going to make sure that other people have the option. And through my venture, I'm going to. I think it's incredibly brave, and I know that a lot of people in the vegan community can be very critical of every little thing. But honestly, out of thousands of products, only 5 are left. Yeah, I mean, you should like appreciate the effort, and we truly
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty happy, and we're always working towards it. So, that's the best we can do, and we're striving to do that.
Yeah.
Actually, walking the talk, people generally talk about taking some kind of bold steps and changing their business model. But how Chirag sir did it and putting something back time, it's really awesome. How did what turned in Chirag sir that turned him vegan, and he decided that everything about me, my work, everything's gonna be
So I think Chirag just turned vegan because he wanted to live a different lifestyle, and he really found that dairy milk and everything was a very, very cruel practice. And at some point in his life, he was just like, I'm done with this. I deal in food. I'm one who can make change, and if I can't find alternatives, then it's a shame, right? Because I do have all the contacts possible to get anything made. So he tried, and I think he's doing well, and it's been successful. Yeah.
Kudos to Chirag sir for actually sticking to it, for not taking. It's so easy to say that this is my business. I'm not gonna be able to. How will I survive?
Yeah.
And the best part is that this should hearten all vegan entrepreneurs that when you did make that leap, when you switched from your regular cheddar cheese to your vegan cheddar cheese, you are now right back to the amounts that you were selling. So you're right back at 500 members. It's proof that you're doing something right, and that it can be done. It's so
it can be done. Yeah, it can be done. A lot of vegan entrepreneurs, or a lot of entrepreneurs whom we try to tell them sustainability is something that you should always factor in if you're working on a new meal plan. When it comes to monetary aspects of business, then their अंदर का अस्तित्व तो हिल जाता है, वो तो ये ठीक है, चलने दो. But then I'm pretty sure this Chirag sir's story is very very inspiring, and we'd love to let that story out also from now. So what are we making right now, Deepa?
Yeah, so I just put in the brownie. It's a microwave brownie.
Okay.
And very simple because all the ingredients are right here. I've just put in some of the gluten-free flour. I put in some baking powder, some vegan butter, and cocoa powder, and some of that amazing coconut jaggery for that extra yumminess, some brown sugar, and the oat milk. So use the oat milk also. We'll see how it does in baking. And I just popped it into the microwave for 10 minutes. So it should come out as a good chocolatey cake, which we're going to try with the chestnut spread also and with the chocolate syrup. So that's going to be fun. What I'm also doing is I made some spaghetti in the morning. And I want to try to drizzle some of the cheese sauce on it and have some of it with pav is all the kind of bread we found because things are like everywhere in lockdown. I was there's something like you get fresh, right? You like go to the crabs and then like we just didn't find it last minute. So we're gonna try the cheese spread with some pav also, like what is it called? Yeah, like an open sandwich, and we'll just dip it into the sauce also and have. So let's read the instructions of how to prep this. Yeah, I have been dying to like. We're gonna have it with bread, and we're gonna drizzle it on our spaghetti also. And then I have some lovely rice noodles with me, which I'm going to use the gochujang and the black bean paste, which I love, and I'm sure this is going to be better than all the ones that I've had, and the fish sauce in. So I'm going to make a very savory, fishy, spicy rice noodles with some
nice.
chop some green capsicum for me. And some spring onions. So yeah, I actually love food and I love cooking. So I would just look at the Urban Platter products and I would be like, I can't decide what to what I want to try it all. So I'm sure other customers have similar problems that they would like to try all thousands of products.
Yeah, I have quite a few consumers who are also my friends, and I always end up getting images of their entire cupboards and closets and everything in the kitchen is just our products, and I'm like,
that's good.
Like, thanks for the support, like.
Yeah.
Guys, you will just have to excuse me for a minute. I'll have to be right back. I'm getting a call which I need to take.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll continue with the cooking session and show you what we get. Okay. So I'm gonna try and read the instructions of the cheese sauce mix. I can't stop picking my sauce of the spaghetti. Yeah, so our brownie is baking. I'm gonna blend this into some water and just make a cheese sauce out of it. Just can you pass me a bowl? Okay. Cooking always so half of 5 minutes are outside.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Oh yes. So, Jay, did you consider going vegan? No.
I actually have, but I am honestly not vegan. So I look into a lot of R&D and so on and so forth for the company, and I, in the name of research, always keep consuming it. From time to time. So it just makes it something that I'm not. I am vegetarian though, and don't drink any tea or coffee or anything. So that way, it's very like I'm almost vegan. Another thing, I like love working, so I'm in the office from like 9 to like late hours, just like creating food or doing things in food. So I'm usually eating oven platter products only or making oven platter products only. So yeah.
Yes. So what's your favorite oven platter product?
I love the Kratos olive oil you have in front of you. That's one of my most favorite olive oils in the entire world. Like I can just have that as is with some bread. Just dip bread in it and enjoy that. I love our O2O. It's a great product. We've been trying to make kulfi with our O2O, and that's been something that is really, really exciting.
Wow.
And you're going to see that soon. I love the gochujang because it's a product that we've really put in a lot of effort into. If you read the ingredient pack, it's an authentically made Korean curry paste, right? And it's fermented, and it has some enzymes that do it. And there's a lot of regulation in India to get any kind of fermented foods inside. And there was a lot of trouble and effort and everything we went through so that product was just it could come into India in the format that it's in. But yeah, it's a fantastic product.
Just have to. This is smelling so cheesy.
And if you just read the ingredient panel, it's a very, very clean label. The vegan cheese sauce mix.
It's amazing. It's literally like if you gave this to a non-vegan person, I swear they cannot tell. It's just actually this is the first vegan cheese I'm having because in Bhopal you usually don't get like much of the delivery of these products. So this is the first one. The ones that I made by myself at home, of course, are fine. But it's this is a product which you put research into and you really nailed it. I mean, I can just tell by smelling it. I have a lot of, I have a very strong sense of smell that helps me cook and that helps me know what things will taste like. That helps me replicate things when I taste them. So yeah, so I can tell already without tasting it. I am 100% sure it's super cheesy.
Nice. We also do, so whenever you're stuck like this and you want to see what recipes you can work with, we have an entire recipe blog on our website, which are easy recipes created by a chef in person in front of us. And the entire team tastes that product, ensures that, this is something people would like to eat and it's easy to make. And that's when a recipe gets uploaded on our website. So we have an entire section that, really helps you navigate how to use any of these ingredients. Or in case you don't have ingredients, what can you do to make the best out of what you have? So we do that, yeah.
What are they cooking to use what you do have and just make the best out of it. Nothing should stop you from having what you want to have. So,
yeah.
That's amazing. We're definitely going to check out the recipe blog. In the cheese sauce and the smell is amazing. It's beautifully yellow and cheesy looking. We're going to just. So I'm going to take your advice and we're going to take some olive oil out and we're going to dip some bread into it. I wish it was better bread. I wish I had time to make my own. But just coordinating this whole 18-hour thing has been pretty crazy. So
I can imagine. And I mean, you guys are doing great.
Thank you so much. We did think we would have more help, right? Like we thought we'll have some chefs come in.
Right.
But again, COVID has been not very kind to Madhya Pradesh, and we are pretty much stuck. Oh my God. Honestly, I can very honestly say that urban platter products are so delicious that you can have them just as is, also raw. Like cheese sauce, I never mixed it, and I just feel like having spoonfuls of it. So yeah, if you are vegan and you want to turn your family vegan and you want to share with them something that replicates cheese exactly, please do get this amazing cheese sauce because it's incredible. Yeah. So we're prepping the veggies for the fishy noodles that we're gonna make, and I have some vegan pav with me. So I've said this before, but like in LTD have this ice cream brand called Top and Down, and their breads are most of their breads are vegan, so that's pretty widely available. So yeah, if you're in
good.
top and down breads. Just do read the ingredients because some of them are milk breads, but the rest of them are, most of them are. Just would you like to come try the cheese sauce? Sure. Because it's looking really good. I would love to.
I'm a great cheese fan.
Yes. I was hooked. I was addicted to cheese. So Abhishek and I used to buy those giant kilo packs of omelets and the cheese shredded and just annihilate it in 15. Yeah? It's easy, right? So Jishnu is very hard to please when it comes to food. He usually only likes the vegan food that I make. So I know that if he's saying that it's good, he's being honest about it.
Yeah, I mean this even you can blend what you just did this plus pre-cooked macaroni, and then you can just mix that in and then pop it in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes, and you have an insanely good baked mac and cheese. So
Annoyingly delicious. I wish we could all virtually taste it. Please order this. Please.
no, of course you can just take the second jar that's right there.
It's just like this, the best cheese that you've had. The best cheddar cheese you'll have, but vegan, you cannot win. Nobody can. I challenge you. I challenge everyone watching to fool their friends with this vegan cheese sauce. You can make amazing mac and cheese with this. And I'm gonna try the olive oil because I love olive oil too. And
very good for cheese popcorn.
Yeah, you must sprinkle the powder on the cheesy popcorn. I'm going to just keep eating this if I don't stop. So I want to try the olive oil quickly. Yeah. This is a giant, big bottle. It's a very generous portion. So.
It's the same 1 liter bottle that you get in the market, with I think there are plenty of players, but the quality of the oil is just absolutely wonderful, and yeah, even the color of it is beautiful.
I'm going to get Jishnu to come closer. I'm going to pour some olive oil into a small bowl. So much. Yeah. Can we zoom in on this? So we're gonna get my camera and it smells very good. Oh, he's gonna zoom in there. I go there. I want to just keep eating that. I didn't want to stop, but I want to try out everything else. So it's a beautiful, lovely golden color. I'm only going to take out a little because I want to save it and savor it. Yeah. Just gonna have this. It's going to uplift this poor little cow a lot, I'm sure. Oh my god. I see why this is your favorite.
What is?
Pakistani olive oil flavor, really, it's actually fruity. It tastes.
Yeah. There's more to it than just just the regular mild olive oil.
Subtle notes it's amazing.
Yeah, and you can use this very you can use this to I don't know, what's it called, tadka dene ke liye, so to cook Indian vegetables and right, you can use that. It's high melting point or high smoking point, so it just works in Indian cuisine very very easily. And just aankh band karke use karo, don't worry that this is olive oil or it's extra virgin olive oil. And even the price, I think on the website right now, a liter is 660 or 700 rupees a bottle, which is absolutely worth it and competitive in the market as well.
Yeah, right now it says 1,000 rupees, but maybe it's on discount.
It's an offer. Yeah. There's a discount running on the website.
It's on offer, guys. Get this. You will not regret. It's also lighter than other extra virgin olive oils that I've had. It's not that it doesn't coat your mouth like that. It's just lighter and it's beautiful. Yeah. Better than any other one. Once the session is over, I'm going to just demolish all of this.
Yeah, the cheddar cheese is, I think, the hit.
Yeah, I can see you guys just like go at it.
We can't stop. We can't stop eating your products.
No,
And
that's
I'm making the brownie, so
good food.
it's amazing. It's amazing. We're gonna try the coconut milk in a while, but first I want to try out this brownie.
An exciting thing about our coconut milk is that whatever you see in the market, right? They have, okay, it's coconuts and water, but they have either a stabilizer or a preservative or some kind of gums or something or the other to help it be stable. In our case, we've done nothing. There are two ingredients in this product. It's coconuts and water, and that's it. There is nothing else. And you see that because so this is a virgin coconut in the sense this the purpose of this coconut is to make the coconut milk and coconut cream. There was no other extraction done from it before. You extracted the fat from it or anything like that. And so what you end up with is a kind of coconut fat and cream that you would make using a fresh coconut, pulp. So basically that's what you end up with. And when you open the product and pour it out or taste it, you will see and feel that difference in the product. So it's fantastic. And even that, it's I think it's 99 rupees on the website right now, both the coconut milk and cream. And it's totally worth it.
I'm gonna try that. I've taken out the brownie. And I'm going to try it first with the hazelnut and chocolate sauce, which smells incredible. It's like Nutella, but better.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Just you have to come look at this. Bring my phone camera or something so that it's so pretty. So the gluten-free flour is actually really nice. It binds pretty well because a lot of times the gluten-free flours are not able to be as cohesive. It's not like breaking apart or anything. It's pretty good. And okay, wait, I'm gonna. Should I bring this closer? I want to show you the. Jishna, can you help me focus on this? I want to show you the beautiful brownie with the amazing syrup.
Ooh, that does look delicious.
Yeah, and we are going to dig in. Yes. I might not say anything.
There are two, right?
No, the other one I want to try with the chestnut spread. So bye.
Just taste and everybody else also.
I know. All of it is. I'm dying to try the chestnut spread. The hazelnut flavor is so beautiful and fresh. It's not become like I'm having a hard time opening this. It's not become rancid in any way. Sometimes it becomes rancid and sort of hits your throat weirdly. So it's really a fresh hazelnut smell. This is the chestnut spread.
Just stir the hazelnut spread a little bit because what you're seeing in the separation, if any, is the sugar that's separating from the product, not any kind of oil or anything. Just just say stir it in. And again, this is also going to be a very interesting product because you wouldn't have tasted something like this otherwise in India.
I haven't even seen chestnuts in India at all, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a very common nut here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard tree to grow in. Oh. It's actually, I can't describe it. It's like nothing I've tried before. You must try this. It's a bit like dates and it's almost like honey and I don't know, I'm getting notes of these flavors. I'm going to have it with the brownie. So, yeah. Have a spoon of the chestnut spread and the brownie.
It is that. I finished.
Urban Platter products, totally worth it. And yeah, green packaging and beautiful flavors. Everything is just.
I love it. I love it.
Any plans to open on ground stores, brick and mortar?
We want to, but it wouldn't be something, where we're opening a store in every city or something like that. I think it'd be more of like, a couple of flagship stores here and there. It's in our plans, but, nothing as of right now. Especially with the lockdown, I think, the reality is we shouldn't shop in person for the next few months at least. And so we can let that plan be on and just, focus on innovating for now.
Any on-ground store retail chains that you plan to tie up with?
So we have food hall in Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. All three of them have a store-in-store with us. So we have our own people employed over there, and we have a few racks over there which stack only our products. We're starting a similar thing with a couple other modern retail stores, and that will be pan-India. So now we're looking at about 80 or 85 stores which are going to have a store-in-store for Urban Platter over there. Other than that, a lot of general trade and modern trade stores do carry a few of our SKUs. You'll find our almond milk and oat milk at most places where you find dairy alternatives. But I mean, the nice thing is, the way we work, we've always been an e-commerce company, and so we basically have warehouses in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, and we're adding Chennai and Gujarat very, very soon. And so anywhere in India, we can deliver from our own website in a matter of 48 hours. So it's really, really convenient. Another thing I wanted to share with you, we've been speaking a little bit about sustainability and veganism. The products you got today, you must have seen they have bubble wrap on them, right? Which is basically a plastic bubble wrap that's on there. It's something which has been really bothering us for, since like eternity. We need to use plastic bags still because sometimes when liquid containers burst or something like that, the entire order can get damaged. But we've replaced our plastic bubble wrap with this industrial size machine which basically cuts cardboard and paper into a paper net sort of thing, which acts like a bubble wrap and can be used. But the unfortunate thing with that is that it's an industrial size machine and we are in the middle of Mumbai city. So getting that machine to work on the electrical loads and everything we have available is not possible. So we're trying to figure all of that out and ensure that we can remove bubble wrap as well from our packaging.
It's so nice to speak to you. This is like a different eye opener. Like I've always heard about the Urban Platter and the products, but now trying them first and looking at the quality of everything, from the top, from the cap to the glass to the printing and everything. It's pretty premium. It's premium on a different level altogether. Like we are sold.
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll be shipping a lot of products to Mumbai. And you might open a center.
I can't remember.
Sorry?
Yeah, good. I think there is a couple of stores in Bhopal that do stock a few of our products. I'll let you know after this call because I can't remember right now. I've asked the team member to revert.
Please do. You're always looking to meet like-minded people. And anybody who's fan of Urban Platter is a friend of ours.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They're like pretty crazy about it. They're like, machine. I'm gonna finish this. This is gonna get finished. This will be finished.
I can't stop eating everything. I just tasted the coconut milk. It's literally amazing because a lot of times coconut milk can be super strong and it doesn't smell fresh enough. It has that like old coconut smell, and this is just
very rich.
As is, it's amazing. Like
you can use this for Thai.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm unable to see you guys move. I'm going to leave the call and come right back because you guys are stuck. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Pass the fish sauce.
Okay, Anita is going to join us. 10 minutes. Hello, what link should Anita have? Oh.
Just look at this packaging.
Okay, somebody from Safe Movement. Join.
Wonderful. Hi guys, we're just finishing our. Look at the color on that. This beautiful fermented gochujang paste, and it smells almost sweet and fruity and beautiful. It's going to make everything taste incredibly good. I'm gonna